I've been ghost hunting for the last 10 years, and sometimes things happen that we can't fully explain. I've traveled the world hunting for evidence of the afterlife, and I've seen it, I've felt it, I've heard it, and I made some great friends along the way, worked with some of the world's most renowned paranormal experts, but I still can't fully explain what we experienced that night in that haunted prison. It was something inhuman. It was something darker than we've ever experienced. This might be the darkest case we've ever handled, so prepare yourself for what I'm about to show you.
Well, welcome to the Montana Old State Prison.
Oh my God, what the hell is that?
Yeah, don't lean over because they will push you.
The spirit will push you?
This is what we call the death tower. You get this feeling like that.
We're at one of the most haunted places in Montana, the old Montana State Prison.
There's a very sinister thing that comes through here. Wow. Very sinister.
Do you think that's the spirit of an inmate?
I don't think so. I think it's not even human.
We're here to talk to you tonight. What the f was that? That was like a scream.
This one. Oh, three lights.
It's on the shower.
Oh, jeez, it's right in front of us.
That's impossible. That's impossible. It's like a female demon.
She told us that was inhuman.
It's inhuman. Tonight on the Paranormal Files, it's time to go to jail. We're at one of the most haunted places in the state of Montana, the old Montana State Prison. This prison was open for decades, and in the time that it was a functioning prison, hundreds of people passed away within these cursed halls. There were serial killers, riots, people that took their own lives, and even an inmate that was housed here, nicknamed the Cannibal.
It all starts when I'm lonely and you really know me. Might as well call it poison. Chemical.
This place is reportedly haunted by a number of spirits, including the ghost of a man who started the riot that took lives here in the prison, and a dark entity that roams the hallways just over there.
Yes. Shuffle.
I don't know how they know my name. I don't know how they know my name.
So put on your jumpsuit, tighten those handcuffs, and welcome to the Paranormal Files. This is a crazy episode, so let's go back in time to just a few hours ago this evening.
The saying is that when they walked through Tower 7, they lost their souls. And that's about the truest thing that can be said. You could no longer see anything outside of the prison because the walls were so high. And it became its own hell on earth, so to speak.
70 years of tension and overcrowding boiled over in 1959. Two inmates, Jerry Miles and Lee Smart, organized a riot in the prison, killing the deputy warden and taking 26 other prison employees and inmates hostage. After 36 hours, the Montana National Guard was finally able to secure a plan to free the hostages and effectively end the riots. They fired a bazooka into the tower Miles and Smart were holed up in, now referred to simply as the Death Tower. Not willing to be captured and held responsible, Miles and Smart committed a murder at the top of the tower stairs.
Their intent was that it would be a bloody mess when the guardsmen got there, and sure enough, the second man up the stairs slipped and fell. Didn't know what had caused it, but he reached down and felt something and put it in his pocket. About 4 years ago, he brings me back a package and said, "I've had this all these years and used it, and I think it should belong back here to the prison." And he dumped out of a bag into my hand the jawbone of Jerry Miles.
Walking through the cells and some of the dark tunnels here at the old Montana State Prison, you can definitely tell this was not a happy place. Over 200 people, both prisoners and guards, died here, and when you talk to the people who work here, many believe a lot of them have never left.
Often you hear things like "help me" or "get out," and I've been told to get out. And that sounds kind of crazy, but once you've experienced it, then you have to say there's definitely energy left here. And the things that went on here were were so unpleasant. Perhaps people just can't pass on to where they need to go.
There's so much energy that's left here from the living and from the ones that have passed. So that's a lot of lost souls. This was the last thing that they saw before they died.
Every single time we do a prison, we pick up on some sort of dark or evil energy, and it really is no surprise. I mean, every prison we've gone to is filled with some of the most horrific history you can possibly imagine. There are murders, there are people that take their own lives, there are assaults of prisoner on prisoner violence. I mean, there's just so much negativity that comes with a location like this. And then on top of that, to be told that there might be this inhuman energy in the basement, that's something that brings an investigation like this to the next level. So obviously we were so excited to visit the Montana State Prison. Jeff and I have done a number of massive prisons in America, and as you guys know, they always do well because we get so much activity. And as the night went on that fateful night, we realized that this prison was no different.
Well, there's something about prisons. When we always do prisons, always something funky happens. Ohio State Reformatory, I got scratched. Brushy State, there was like some kind of evil entity there that didn't like us. And the one here at the old Montana State Prison was just the same. Something about these prisons, man. But I was really excited to hit this prison up. I mean, it's large, huge, gigantic, had a lot of history. And yeah, it was just a fun thing. I was looking forward to doing it, and it turned out to be that way.
So, as always, as you guys know, we had to get the scoop on the history of this place before we started investigating it. And this historical tour is one of the craziest that I think we've ever gotten in the history of the show. I think you guys are going to really love it because, I mean, the stories of this place are just, they're insane. I mean, there's just so much that's happened there that you can't even fit all of it into one tour, but we tried as hard as we could. So, yeah, buckle up, this gets wild.
Okay, well, welcome to the Montana Old State Prison. Originally a territorial prison, and basically when it was first built, all it was one building surrounded by a wooden fence. And when the wind blew, the wooden fence would blow down and the inmates would walk out, and then the sheriff would round them up in the bar downtown, basically. Deer Lodge actually was built around this prison. So it was actually 1871 when the prison opened to the first prisoner. A lot of the times people have had paranormal experiences right here. They'll get EVPs and it'll say, "Help me, drowning." So it appears that there were 2 graves that were not found. There was an original cemetery here, and when they dug them up, there was 2 graves that weren't found. So we think that every time the sprinklers and the water are on, it seems like they get that word drowning. So it's really strange. There'll be a guard up here watching you at night. If you really look, he'll make an appearance up in this tower. This wall and this entire prison was actually built by the inmates. This was their home. They built it and they were really proud of it. So we went past the original cell block, okay? If you look over here, there's an actual cell door that leads down, and that was the original hole. And it was it's pretty terrifying down there because there's no windows, there's no ventilation. They were put down here and pretty much left in the dark. And once in a while they would go and check on them. Okay, so October 31st, 1966, a young man was put down in the hole because they were doing something with his cell and he didn't want to go to max, so they put him down here. And the big pipes, the big boiler pipes burst and cooked him alive.
On Halloween?
Yeah, right? Isn't that in 1966?
Wow.
So his name's Larry, and sometimes he'll make an appearance. Sometimes you'll get an EVP from him. So if you actually look here, 1931, this is what it used to look like. The actual federal building used to look like that. And then they pulled it down and they built this one. Wow. When you came into prison, this is how you would come in. So they would bring you to this door and they would bring you in here. But standing outside, he would yell up, the guard would yell, and they would drop a key on a rope. And that's how it was the entire time this prison was in existence until 1979. It was just a key on a rope. They'd bring him in here, lock this door, they'd yell up here, and then the guard upstairs would drop the key through that pipe behind you. And then they would open this door.
Through this pipe here.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you would go through the next door and then the next door. Now, the interesting thing about this right here is this is an entrance down into the tunnel where the guards could go into the tunnel and look through gun portholes and watch the prisoners. The prisoners couldn't get this way. The tunnel actually goes underneath the road to that house where it's the Territorial Antiques. That was Warden Connolly's home. And so he could come back and forth without anybody knowing he's coming into the prison.
Doesn't focus on.
If you see the mirror, that's the mirror up there. The guard was actually looking at that mirror at you, and you had a gun pointed at you the whole time.
Oh,
so
wow.
then you were taken in here and processed. So, do you want to go through this one?
Yeah. I've never seen a mirror like that. It's very interesting. Yeah.
So obviously, when the prison was in, use, this setup was a lot different. Obviously, because prison is prison. But this particular building has two really gruesome history. 2 deputy wardens were murdered. There were 2 riots, 1908 and 1959. And they were actually killed in almost the same spot. But this was a different building. So the other building was built on top of the same building. But when you do the schematics of it, X marks the spot on both of the deputy wardens being killed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where was that spot at?
It's over here. The first deputy warden was beaten with a sock filled with nuts and bolts.
Oh, God.
And they slit his throat.
Wow.
The second deputy warden was shot by Lee Smart, and the actual parallel, they call it parallels in tragedy, are right there. So this was Warden Connolly, who you may meet tonight. He is a very large figure for that day and age, and he was nicknamed the Bull, and he was fair, but he was a good warden. But he also was the mayor of Deer Lodge. He's the longest serving warden in prison history, over 30 years. And he was mayor for 30 years, so he did a lot for this community. But this was the sort of the administration office, the warden, deputy warden's office. And these are the 2. So this is the deputy warden that was shot. That's Ted Roth. And this was John Robinson, and he had his throat slit. Now, interesting thing about that is if you look back over here, you'll see a big safe in that room. There is a picture that was taken on a still camera where when you look into it, you can actually see the figure of John Robinson.
Really?
And you can tell it's him because of that strange hair. Yeah. It's really interesting. But these are the people that killed these 2, and then these 2, and then this is actually the body of Lee Smart when they yanked him out of the cell. But I'll get to that little bit of gruesome detail when we get way closer. George Rock, he was a very short little man, but he was like a super strength. So it was George Rock and William Hayes that were actually executed inside the prison. And you were sent little invitations, citizens, to come witness the hanging. And I'll show you exactly where that spot is, okay? So, but it happened literally on top of each other in a different era, different buildings, but on the exact same spot.
That's crazy.
If you look here, if you actually took this and put it over that the other way, the way it was, the spots are exactly the same.
Interesting. Wonder how that happens.
Yeah.
Is this an actual photo of the execution
Yeah.
from the prison?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That is brutal looking.
So, and I'll tell you about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it did take him 10 to 15 minutes to die.
Oh.
So he actually didn't hang, he asphyxiated.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot in there.
Yeah.
This is all the history of the 1959 riot. It's got all the history here. That's a replica of the bazooka that the National Guard used to end the riot.
What?
Yeah.
What was the history of the riot? I guess.
tell you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, a bazooka? What the hell?
Bazooka.
Yeah. It's easier to explain it as to why they use the bazooka when you get to where we go.
Okay.
But this did make Life magazine and it went worldwide, so it was pretty famous. But you can actually look up everything. These are the weapons that were used by the guards and when they took them hostage. So, yeah.
Bazooka.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bazooka. And this is the area that can get a little swirly on Paranormal at nighttime.
What do you mean?
This corridor has almost like a, I can't explain it, but people get overtaken by things and it gets very dark in here, and yet you can still, you'd see the light there, and then you come and all of a sudden the light is blocked out and it just moves forward towards you. Yeah.
Oh, it's great to hear that.
This is the medical room, the infirmary part originally, and as you can see, those are authentic medical instruments, looking more like torture instruments.
Yeah, right.
You know, but rumor had it that they brought inmates into here, and those that didn't have families, they would kind of do the electroshock therapy on them. And when that didn't work, they'd send them 7 miles down the road to the mental institute. The asylum.
So that's a rumor, or?
There's no real documentation to say that, but it probably was true.
Yeah, I mean, every rumor
Knowing
is...
these prisons.
Were they doing lobotomies back then?
Yeah. In
Yeah.
those days, but they probably did it more in the Warm Springs, the mental institute than they did here.
Exactly.
These were just offices during the youth, when the prison was in use. They're just, you know, clerical offices and everything. Now on Paranormal, this really can get ugly in here. We've had people taken over. We've had people thrown on the ground. We've had great different techniques where they've come through. So, but people get very strange in here. They get severe headaches, real nausea, violent feelings, because this did have that violent things happening in this building. So I think it's residual plus intelligent.
Really? So more of a dark energy in this area.
But why? What is this area here?
This is admin. This used to be
So
a
it's still
this
admin.
is
It's not
admin.
like-
This was all to do when the admin, when the prisoners came in, the process of counseling, chaplain's office, all that was here.
Yeah.
But during the riot, this is what they took over first.
Okay, that's what I was
They
wondering.
came in,
very
yeah,
good.
so it can get, you'll hear things like footsteps, running footsteps in here. We've had the front door slammed shut on us, and that's a big heavy wood door. We've had, we have a sensor that will go off all the time in here. Like I said, people get almost taken over. You know, their facial features will change, and their mannerisms will change. They'll become violent. So it's, yeah. It's pretty creepy.
Sounds creepy.
It doesn't feel like it right now. I feel like they're, Lisa will attest to this. I feel like they're watching more than anything right now. Yeah. They're like, let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah. So I'm hoping that maybe, they'll come up. But there's some pictures of what prison uniforms used to look like over the period of the years. So this area was the visitors area, slightly different in its day, but they would bring the prisoners through here. They'd sit on that side, family would sit on this side, and they'd chat. Different photographs here shows how the prison used to be. This is your best shot right here, if you can get it. So, the 1896 cell house is at that end, the theater, the admin building, the 1912, they were totally self-sufficient here. They grew their own vegetables, they made their own bread, they raised their own cattle, their milk, everything. So this actually was a self-sufficient prison. And that's what it used to look like. But changed. My next little man, oh no, I shouldn't say that, I apologize, I'm sorry. He's actually made contact with me. His name was Harry Edward Evans. He came into prison on manslaughter, but he kind of took on the Baha'i faith, and he believed that he was like the second coming of Jesus on earth. Okay?
Really?
His symbol was the world and the pyramid. He would walk around to see the pyramid and the earth.
Yeah.
And the guards let him actually wear this garb, and it would actually calm down prisoners. So he was very good until he was moved to the new prison. Then he wasn't allowed to wear this, and they put him in prison uniform. And he basically said, if you're going to treat me as a prisoner, I'm going to act like one. And he murdered his cellmate.
Really?
And he died in prison.
There goes the Prince of Peace.
Yeah, exactly. However, he is in the hole.
Prince of Darkness.
The hole downstairs that we'll go into, the other isolation hole. And I do have an EVP of him.
That's crazy.
Right behind me.
I mean, this is like so interesting. I mean, you never
this
see
is
something
the-
like this.
This is the short version, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But they call it, if you look at the Baha'i faith and everything, it's the seven eyes. That's, this prison, the front of Tower 7 is the symbol that the Baha'i faith had in their book of Ecclesial, and it's exactly the same from like way back before this prison was even built. It's really odd. But the seven eyes are the towers that they're watching you. And that was all predicted by the Baha'i faith.
Really?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
So he basically killed somebody, decided to almost.
He was
convert.
almost on parole. He was ready to get out when they took away his robes and everything. And because they put him back in prison garb, he said, okay, you're going to treat me like one, I'm going to act like one. And so he murdered his cellmate, and then he died in 2003. Yeah, 2003.
Wow.
That's him though, right there.
Yeah, that's him up there.
Wow.
But I haven't, just a quick EVP, the reason why I have this EVP story is we had a group of people standing here, and we were just talking about things, waiting for other people to catch up and stuff, and somehow it got onto the marriage and all this stuff, and the word love came up, and I went, I don't believe in that, right? And I'm going on like this, and then we get down into the hole, and I'm standing there in the cell, and I can't hear anything, but on our EVP, this voice, because I'm standing here talking with him, and it says, what are you afraid of? Love? Just like that. Very clear.
Wow.
And that's on the EVP. So.
And you think that was
he was
him?
listening. Yeah, of course, yes, absolutely.
I gotta say, this
Absolutely.
is like just you don't really see this type of, we go to prisons all the time, and like to see the recreation of his outfit, the photo, what is this, a rug?
Yeah, the inmates made that rug for him. It's one of those latchwork
Wow.
rugs. Yep.
Talented inmates.
And the inmate painted that too.
Wow.
It takes on a whole different persona in here at nighttime.
Oh.
It may be all,
Yeah.
you know, but I have this, and there's homemade all the shanks and everything that the prison guards found when they did searches of cells. There's some really interesting ones in there when you get the chance. But right now I can feel them. I can feel it right now. It's getting a little
I just gotta say
heavy.
this.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Just seemed to be a Terminator scene.
It was just, I'm almost suddenly feeling that.
Oh.
Because they do affect me. And
What are you feeling?
like,
Breath?
I was starting to, it was like somebody was sitting right on my chest there for a minute, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get outside. So, okay, let's go down. I always joke with people when they come on the tour. I just like, you know, they walk down here and they go, what is that path for? And I said, oh, that's where they used to take him and shoot him against the wall. Can't you see all the bullet holes? It wasn't. I'm just kidding with you. You know, they're like, oh my God, like this, you know, but no.
That's a short shot too. You
Yeah,
quite miss.
I know, right? But you know, I'd say, you know, well, yeah, that's where they would just shoot them. This building right here was built in 1912, all by inmates.
By inmates.
The bricks were made by inmates, and the cell was built by inmates, unskilled workers, and that's how they developed their skill.
So they were building their next jail cell? Were they put in there?
Yeah, they're building their own home basically. So they took a much more pride in it. I would probably say. It was still very cold. This is where they hung George Rock and William Hayes. This is a replica, just so that you can get an idea. Unfortunately, the sandbags and the rope were, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if they were damaged, but or taken by people, which I would say to you, don't remove anything from this prison if you don't want bad juju following you home. They brought them out here, and George Rock came to the gallows, and he just basically said, you know, go into a better place. But it took him 10 to 15 minutes. Because the weight is supposed to be heavier than the man, and it didn't. It's supposed to snap their neck, and it didn't. And people were on the wall, citizens, sitting on the wall, sitting around here. And ironically enough, if you look at this photograph of the actual hanging, okay, Warden Conley is right there, and he's almost smirking. And the reason for that is his best friend was John Robinson, who they killed. And so he wanted them to suffer. So yeah. You know, people had picnics and stuff when they came to hangings. It was a family Sunday entertainment, you know what I mean?
That's so crazy.
But this is where it happened. Now, if you look at the wall in 1908, it actually, this wall down here is different to that wall here. They took, when they built this, the wall actually went this way. And when they built this, then they pushed the wall back, and then they had new sandstone and everything. So this is one of the reasons why this prison has such great paranormal stuff, because 1, it's made out of sandstone, 2, it's right by the river, and 3, there's a railroad that goes right there next to the river too. So you have all those almost portals that will bring spirits in here. It's really cool. But I always tell people, my experiences will be different from your experiences. You have to experience things for yourself. And it will happen. But the thing about doing them in here is talking normally, laughing a lot. They love it when you laugh. Singing, they love singing. They love music. You know, the old different types of music. This is East Siberia. Imagine this was a isolation cell. It did not have heat or running water. And you were just locked up here. It did not have mattresses, unlike there's a mattress there. It was basically just a concrete bed, and that was it, and a honey bucket. and it's freezing because you have the north wind blowing this way and the east wind blowing this way. You could be in here for a long time. I think there was a person that was locked in here that apparently he had killed the mafia. He had been a prisoner exchange up here. They brought him up here to protect him from the mafia. Nobody knew he had done that. He wanted to go in general population. They put him in general population, and the Finnegan boys from Butte, which were the big Irish gangs, found out who he was and killed him.
So he was safe, and then he got what he wanted, and he got killed immediately.
In here, you can sometimes see a black dog, and it is an actual. It's not a real dog, but it's. People say that they smell a wet dog, and then all of a sudden they'll feel like a wet nose on their hand. There was a dog in here, and I will actually show you the photograph of that dog from way back that seems to roam around here. But in here, you get great interactions. Maximum security is totally different.
Okay.
It's more brutal. If you can imagine it.
Yeah, seriously.
But this is East Siberia, so there were only 2 cells.
Okay.
And now we're going to go around the corner to what they call West Siberia, even though it faces north. And West Siberia, this was their little courtyard of exercise. And in 1959, prior to the 59 riot, Jerry Miles, who was the instigator for the riot, got put in here. And that's when he developed his plan for the riot. Let's put it this way, Jerry Miles was a institutionalized individual all his life, from child. Welcome to West Siberia.
Oh, this is a little...
Yeah, this is a little worse.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you back up one, and stop, and
Oh my God, what the hell is that?
I shouldn't have told you that until you came in here in the middle of the night and you didn't see
Yeah,
it. So yeah. Okay, so Jerry Miles actually formed a plan for the 1959 riot inside here. Okay, he was kind of the kingpin in prison, and the warden and that stripped him of all his rights. And he was put in here, and his job was to clean the honey buckets, which is like the worst job in prison.
What?
Did you just do?
I mean, who would be here?
You heard that?
Yes.
Is Lisa?
Lisa? Yeah. Oh. Man, you had us there.
Dang
I'm
it.
like, whoa.
I know, all we could hear was
holy
this door
shit.
opening. But no, that does happen. That does happen.
I'd love to see it.
So, anyway, so when he was brought out of here, that's when he took over in the cell block. He took the guards hostage, got all the guards into the cell block, and I'll show you all that as we go around the corner, because that's where they use the bazooka to actually stop the riot.
Wow.
This particular little man in here was done by artists, and the artist left him in here, and Jerry hated rats, meaning furry ones and the ones you get in prison. So as an insult, Jerry's face was put on a rat's body.
Oh man.
Although I have to say he looks like Jeb Bush. But there we go. That's just my opinion right there.
I can
But
see
doesn't
that.
he?
Yeah, I can see that.
That was the whole point of this. Now, normally I wouldn't tell people about this when they come in, and then they see that and usually get a good squeal out of everybody, because it's really dark in here. I mean, it's pitch black in here. And I mean, it is really creepy.
And that's Jerry's face on the
a rat's
rat.
body.
I gotta see this,
That's-
especially if it's Jeb Bush.
It does look like Jeb Bush. But here in this particular, I got the shower unit in here. We got a terrific picture. We're all standing here, and that's how close it was, where your camera is to my face. We took the picture, and we think it is Jerry Miles, because it was done with the green laser light we had pointed in there, and you can see this face, and it peers out, and it's all distorted like it's been shot. It is the strangest looking picture. So it just kind of peers out at you. And then a couple of people have actually been choked in here. And there was one time where I felt like somebody put their fingers down the back of my throat. And it was like, yeah, so there's different vibes because this is what we call the Death Tower. Death Tower.
Oh, that's a creepy name. The Death Tower.
Yeah. Because this is where it ended, the 59 riot. When they did the riot, when they had taken all the hostages, the troopers were shooting into this cell, into this block up here. Okay, you can still see some of the bullet holes. And while they were keeping the people inside busy, the National Guardsman, he had his bazooka, okay? And then he shot it to look up and see.
Wow.
Okay?
Oh.
But if you go backwards a little bit, well, actually you can see it better off out there. There is actually a bazooka hole where it was a dud. So it only made a hole. And then because the rioters were up in this room, which is the Death Tower, that you go up to the top floor, and that's where it happened.
Wow.
So they thought that they had killed Jerry Miles and Lee Smart, but it was a murder-suicide. Everyone says that Lee shot Jerry and then killed himself. I beg to differ, just from photographs. I think it was the way, I actually, let me put it this way. I actually talked to the last remaining rioter. He was 96 when he died in prison. And he was standing on the second floor. And he saw basically what he said happened was Lee Smart started running up the stairs when all hell broke loose. Jerry thought it was a guard and shot him. But they were partners, if you get my meaning. So when he realized he shot basically his lover, he killed himself.
Wow.
Bizarre. But
So many names.
it even gets more gruesome because when the guards came in, they didn't care. They destroyed the scene and everything for investigation purposes and stuff. But instead of carrying the bodies down the stairs, they kicked them. They just kicked them all the way down. But you'll get what I mean on how busted up they were, not only from the bazooka, but from the actual stairs. So I'm just gonna let you walk in there, take a look, because you'll go in there, because you'll go upstairs and you'll see the room and you can make contact with, Jerry will come out, Lee will come out sometimes. And you'll hear running footsteps coming up and you swear blind that somebody's coming up the stairs. But if you want to just take a peek, so then you get that drift of what I'm talking about, how steep the stairs are.
Oh my God.
And it goes up and up. And your thighs and calf muscles will hurt.
So they kicked their bodies down from the top all the way down here.
Yeah. Then dragged them out and laid them out here.
Got some bad vibes in there.
Yeah.
Very bad. If you're empathic at all, every time I go in there and up to the top floor, I get like dysentery, the symptoms, and I have to get out of there really fast. Originally, they had tuberculosis patients and stuff in here too that passed away, Spanish influenza flu. So there has been a lot more deaths besides the two really violent ones in here. So you will get that feeling, nausea. I don't know. I can't. You'll understand it when it happens to you. They dragged the bodies, laid them out here, okay? Then they went into the cell block, rounded up all the inmates, stripped them naked, pulled them out here and marched them by these bodies and basically said, this is what you get if you take over this prison. And these bodies were mutilated really bad. This is a great little hot spot. So, you remember that picture I showed you of where it was all the vegetable gardens and everything? Well, this is where it was. It looks so different now. This is the famous baseball field where they would play against, citizens Inmates against citizens. They'd come in and watch the game and everything. So prison life was a little different. So this was the yard for the prisoners. As you get up here, ironically enough, this corner was known as Black Market Corner because it's the only place in the prison that you couldn't be seen except by the guard in that tower. And then they would keep him busy. And they would do their exchanges here of contraband and stuff, and also put hits on other inmates. This is also a water fountain and a urinal combined. Isn't that nice?
Hey. Seems very sanitary.
I know, right? So here we go. I'll show you. So here's an inmate. Here's an inmate. You can tell which are vandalism and which are, that's vandalism. Yeah, you kind of have to look for them. But they say if you put your name on the wall inside a prison, you'll be back to see it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's bad juju. Smoke 69. And this one. And there's more right there.
Right.
So up till about 1979, and that's when the prison closed.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Estes is really
It's like
good
these
in here.
bugs are I'm excited to do it in here.
Estes is very good in here.
The bugs are in every door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
What's the
just
deal
the
with
entry.
that?
So, this originally was a women's prison. Okay? Before it became Max. If you look at the building, you can actually see where there used to be windows.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when it turned into Max, they boarded it all up. Okay? But for the women, it was just in here. An actual female matron, warden, actually lived here too, inside with them. The matron taught them a lot of things like cooking and how to sew and stuff, really kind of made them productive, you know. And then they were moved out of here to across the street to the warden's garage, then to the frontier prison, and then eventually they were moved to Warm Springs and then to Billings, Montana, where the women's prison is now. And they turned this into Max. This place, I've known a lot of people who will get all like, oh yeah, and they'll get to this point and they'll go, no. They won't even walk in here.
Really?
So,
this is where the worst of the worst was.
pretty much. Coming in. Coming in.
Yeah, I can definitely sense.
Coming in.
Wow, this
Can you
definitely-
feel
oh,
it?
Look at that
Yes.
spider up there above your head, Colin.
Oh, God.
Spiders.
Jesus Christ.
What kind of spider is that?
Creepy one?
Up there.
Yeah, it feels definitely,
Yeah.
I would say, dark in
I
here.
definitely feel.
Oh,
I
yes.
feel totally different
Oh,
here.
and they are literally,
Oof. Yeah, I'm the same.
yeah. Oh my God, they're like all over us.
Wow.
All right, spirits, calm yourself. Okay, so this was maximum security. And as you can see how dark it is, this used to be a lot darker before they put the skylights in for the tourists. So there were no skylights. There was no heating, there was no water until way later. You'll see in a couple of the cells, you'll see where there was toilets, but that was put in almost towards the end of the prison era. But before that, no. These cells, so that was their bed. It's just a metal
there you go.
bed. Okay, so they would close you in, and they'd be like this. And you'd be standing there going, "Ma, ma, 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 ma," like, you know, mouthing off and all the rest of it. The guard would come in here and go, "Had enough of you. Don't want to listen to you."
Wow.
Now,
Total isolation.
see how dark it is in there?
So you're literally in just a room
That's
with
how
no
it's even in the
windows.
daytime. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just.
And it's literally,
Oh my God.
you cannot hear them. It's like soundproof. Paranormal wise, this lady right here, Edith Colby, for some reason, and she likes men a lot, she's in this cell. So, she will sit on the bed with you, she will caress you, but if you get a chance to come in here, make communication with her. She'll come out and talk to you, especially men. So, yeah, this is particularly a weird cell in the sense that for some reason, I don't know, it's either they like you or they hate you. One or the other. People have been choked in here, they've been scratched in here, big time.
Let's hope they like us.
I think they will.
There's a little bit different smell in here. So
So there's different cells all the way down. Now, when you get to these back cells, these are, if you look at the cells, they were actually put in there, and these were punishment cells. Even more so than the punishment you're in. If you go in here, see that? They would strip you naked, they would handcuff you to this so you can't do anything, right? Then they'd spray you with ice cold water.
Wow.
Now I have heard that when it was a women's prison, there were some very nasty things that happened to the women before they got women guards, as you can imagine. And then around the corner there, you have even more.
And this is the handle where they slam it. They can slam the doors.
That's how it used to work.
Yeah, yeah,
Lock.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a unique sound.
Now, so you'd be put in here, there'd be nothing but a honey bucket. That's it. No bed, no nothing, no blanket. Very, very cold, very, very brutal.
Oh.
Did you just turn? Oh,
What the fuck?
I knew it.
Is it actually out?
It's completely dead.
I knew it.
What?
That happens a lot.
It just went out, just like out like that.
That's when I said
Yeah, right
it
when you
will
were
break
just
you with the
saying.
pan.
We can't. You're just black blob right now for me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't have an extra battery. This should have lasted 3 hours.
Oh, you don't have an extra.
Not on me.
Well,
This will work
this,
for now.
you okay?
It actually does pick it up, so.
So in here, when you're in here, sometimes you'll hear, now, this used to be a door exiting out,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
okay? When you're in here at night, now I've done this, ask them to copy that noise. And sometimes you'll hear a, and it will scare the crap out of you.
Oh, that's
Scare you to death, sorry.
scared me right there.
Sorry.
So, I wanted to ask, so we're in like maximum security right now. Who are like the worst inmates that were here? Or like most notorious, I would say?
Okay, most notorious were the 59 inmates, the 59 rioters, the others that didn't get killed. George Alton, he actually, I believe, is still alive, but he lives in Podunk nowhere, so he's not around people. There's a few prisoners that were in here. There was the cannibal. He ate his victims.
But cannibal.
Wow, really?
I don't know a cannibal.
Not heard of that.
So what he did was he was a hitchhiker, and he got picked up, and he killed the guy that picked him up, and he brutally massacred him. When they found him, when they finally arrested him, he had this thing hanging around his neck, and when they went to take it, he basically said those are not chicken bones. They were the fingers of his victim. He ate his heart. He practiced Satanism, sacrificed. Guards were scared to death of him. Inmates were scared of him. They took him to Warm Springs, and while he was in Warm Springs, he attacked a doctor and got out, but they were able to catch him again. And there's just other different brutal people in here that, let's see. If you ever look him up, his name is Panzram.
Carl Panzram?
Carl Panzram. He was actually in this prison under a different name.
Really?
I actually did a lot of research on him, and that's how I found out that he was here under a different name. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
if you know Carl,
very-
he is like,
he's
he is
twisted.
the most brutal. He killed, what was it, 1,000 people?
Yeah.
He sodomized?
Apparently, yeah.
Wow, 1,000 people?
1,000 men. Yeah.
And he
From
used
what
to
time
be
period?
1900s.
What?
He was executed, I think it was Kansas City. I think he was executed, if I remember rightly, in 1939.
I've never heard of anybody killing that many people.
I'm telling, read his book. Do you
Yeah.
have his book?
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway,
Okay, that's
so this is a lot of like brutality in here from like the guards and some of the prisoners. And I don't know about you, but I feel really
Oh,
nauseous.
oh, it's so
Yes.
weird that you would say that, because
Yeah.
when I first came in, I was going to tell you, I actually feel sick.
Yes.
Like my stomach,
Right now,
I feel,
like I'm gonna pass out.
and I felt this.
Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
very
I
strange
felt
energy
I felt
in
like
here.
I was off balance,
What's the door?
you know?
Oh.
Yeah, I feel totally
Dizzy?
off balance right now.
It's just like when you walk by all these rooms, you always feel like there's somebody
Right
just
here,
there.
right now.
I'm telling you, I'm feeling just like what everything
Yep.
you are.
It's
I'm
yeah.
feeling the exact
Yep.
same. It's weird.
Well, this will definitely be somewhere we have to come.
Oh,
oh yeah.
I think
They're
this
waiting
is
for you.
this is a hot spot here for me.
Yeah. Here you go.
That's kind of an uneasy feeling in there. Prisons have just this dark history everywhere we've gone, and this was no exception. I mean, you've got murders, you've got riots, stabbings, hangings. Everything that you think would be there is there, and it sure was here on this one.
So we're gonna enter the 1912 cell block. This was actually built by inmates, and they actually made the bricks as well. So.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Can we let her out?
No, you can't let her out.
Well, look at that
Okay.
cell block. Yeah.
Hang on a second, I just got that wow feeling again. Okay, we're gonna start on this side. So this is the cell block, and as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, well, it's actually 4 levels, okay, and you'll be able to go up there. So we're gonna go around this side because our most famous prisoner is cell number 1. Turkey Pete. He spent most of his life in this prison, and he died in this prison. If you ever get to read his book, you will know that we always believe that he didn't deserve to be in prison for this long, for as long as he was. But he spent 49 years in prison, and at that time that was a long time. But he got his name Turkey Pete because he used to look after the prison turkey, the big flock. And one day a rancher came by and basically said, gosh, I wish I had some turkeys like that. So he decided to sell the prison turkeys to this gentleman for 25 cents each. Well, the turkeys were actually food for the prisoners. So it wasn't very popular at that point. However, over the years, he became senile. My apologies. But he had dementia and stuff, and they would let him out and walk around the prison. He was never really locked up. They would find him sleeping on the bench up in the admin building. And he is the only prisoner that had a full burial paid for by the state with an actual headstone.
We are inside the 1912 cell house, and in this vicinity is where Turkey Pete would have been housed from 1918 until 1967 after his death.
Turkey Pete's real name was Paul Eitner. Eitner was a German immigrant who was living in a boarding house in Miles City in 1918. Living there also was a woman he liked.
He really liked her. But there was also a traveling salesman that lived in that boarding house, and he also liked the young lady. And the two men got in a fight down in the kitchen one night.
He went and got his .38 revolver. He walked to the kitchen and he shot that gentleman.
Joseph Nugent died 3 days later. Paul Eitner was convicted of first-degree murder and began serving a life sentence of 40 years. He was already 40 years old. Cell number 1 became his home.
Now this cell is about 6 feet by 8 feet. And these pictures behind me are of Turkey Pete when he came to the prison in 1918 and towards his later years.
So how did Paul Eitner get the name Turkey Pete? Well, he was a model inmate.
And so he was entrusted with taking care of the prison flock of turkeys.
One day, a fellow came by in his truck and told Eitner how much he liked the birds.
And Pete sold him all the birds for 25 cents apiece.
Eitner gave the money from the turkey sale to the prison, but staff saw it as an early sign the trustee was losing touch.
That was Pete's last day outside of the prison walls. From then on, Pete was kept inside the prison.
So this would have been Turkey Pete's home for 49 years.
Paul Eitner resided alone in number 1, in a block that was 4 tiers high with 200 cells, 2 bunks apiece. He never had a roommate. Inmates would come and go, but Turkey Pete stayed. Through the years, he slipped deeper and deeper into his own world.
His understanding of life was this place was his. He owned this prison.
He wrote Eitner Enterprises checks printed by inmates in the prison shop. He gave away fortunes.
Sending $12.5 billion to Brazil when the coffee crop failed.
He wrote checks to families for groceries and utilities and paid the guards' salaries.
And he would send the president a check for the entire defense budget.
He made sure prison staff had everything it needed.
15 truckloads of soda pop for the prison.
The prison board had long decided that Paul Eitner couldn't adjust to the outside world. After he served his 40-year sentence, he really had nowhere to go.
And no one, I think, had the heart to throw him out at that point. And the head of corrections was okay with it.
He came and went as he pleased. He slept on the couch outside the deputy warden's office at night and read the warden's paper in the morning.
He had a relationship, a friendship with the wardens that were here and the guards that were here.
Sandy says one warden told Pete to stop sleeping on his couch and to quit reading his newspaper.
And so Pete folds the paper back up and he smooths it all down and hands it to him, and then he bangs on the desk and he says, "I hired you and I damn well can fire you."
Montana State Prison had its own band. Turkey Pete became its mascot. He managed the prison's boxing team. The boxers called him Champ.
It eases up the tension in a prison to have a distraction, and he was a very long-lasting one.
His was the only funeral ever held inside prison walls. Turkey Pete was a convicted murderer, but in a life sentence paying the price for his crime, he made friends.
The guards purchased his tombstone and they held his funeral inside the Clark Theater.
It brought more than 600 people.
From the lieutenant governor, the Department of Corrections head, and all of the inmates that could pack into the Clark Theater were there.
After his death, cell number 1 was retired. Most prisoners' graves from years ago are marked only by rocks etched with their inmate numbers. Numbers fading or gone. No names. Paul Eitner had many names. Kevin Mackey, NBC, Montana.
So there's him as a young man, and there's him as an old gentleman. And if you can see the little turkey on there, so he actually named one turkey after the love of his life. And so that turkey was made by my daughter, I will say, and as a gift to Turkey Pete.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the most famous prisoner here. It's kind of a sad,
Yeah.
but he was a super gentleman. So this is obviously the cell block, the east side of the cell block. And this is where it can get a little towards the end here. There are some very strange happenings towards the end. I'm trying to think. Jerry Miles, that was his. So the rioter, the head rioter, that was his.
19. Okay.
And then as you get down here, cell number 43 and 45 are not very nice, okay? Or not?
Yeah, I just got some kind of like choking. Choking.
Isn't that amazing? We just passed his cell? Yes.
Why was that?
Jerry Miles.
But is there anything to do with choking or?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
In what way?
Probably doesn't like you.
Weird.
He'd like you.
Why?
Because you're younger.
True.
He liked young.
Oh.
Oh, wow, weird.
Oh, so he'd like me.
Yeah. Really like
He'd
you.
really like me.
That's why I said partners.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sure.
So what about inmate on inmate violence and like that's in the prison? Was there a lot of that?
Yeah.
Any notable cases?
Not really like recorded like they are now. There was just a lot of, they took care of it within, if you know what I mean. So the guards would basically turn a blind eye to stuff.
Feel
And
like
they
there's
would sort
something
them.
off the top of the balcony,
Yeah.
like thrown over.
There was, I think there was Wait a minute. There was the story of the lady. What was she called? She was like a good Samaritan, would come visit and bring cookies. Remember that? The cookie lady. Now, the cookie lady. Now, she either witnessed somebody being thrown off or she actually got thrown off.
I think she witnessed.
She witnessed somebody up there being thrown over. So, but the records are spotty. There's a lot of records destroyed in floods, so from way back. But there was this area right here is called Fish Row, and it's sealed. So you were brought in and put in here before you could go into general population. You know, fresh meat, young men. So you were actually locked in there, so you can see where it's all that wire mesh on here, so that you couldn't do any harm. And then eventually you were put into general population. But like I said, they did not differentiate your crimes here. So you could come in for stealing a car and be put in with a serial killer in the same bunk. Yeah, same
That's
cell.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, right. This is actually where the 59 riot began, basically. So what they did was they broke out of the cells, they overtook the guards, they monkeyed across the bars onto the catwalk, came up here, grabbed the keys off of the guard, and then opened up everybody and let them out. And then they went in and got the warden, took the whole prison over, and it lasted for 12 hours, and it was brutal.
How many people died?
So there were actually three actual people were killed on the 59 riot, but there was a lot of people who were injured, you know, pretty nasty injuries where they were shanked and stuff like that. They threatened to hang the guard. So let's go around the other side and I'll show you. Right here, we tend to have shadow people, and they tend to peer at you around the corner, because we do have an actual picture of a shadow person coming. But this at nighttime,
Seems like it.
this is a shower, original shower.
Very private.
So you would get wet, soap up, rinse off. And down there, okay, so every cell, if you look in the back of it, has a window. And we'll tell you the story of the last prisoner that was taken out of here and how they got him out. His name was George. He was a big guy, really big guy. And so when they came to tell him, okay, it's time to pack up and leave, he said no. And they said, well, you know, you got to come out. And he said, no. He says, the only way I will leave this prison is if God tells me to. So the guards devised a plan. They let him sleep. They walked in to the back of his cell and they whispered, George, George, this is God speaking. You have to leave the prison. The next day he was standing at his cell door ready to leave. That's how they got the last prisoner out of here.
Wow. Yeah. Very creative.
Right?
I like that.
So the 59 riot. When you go into the death tower, there's that door, okay? That's what they used to get into the tower during the riot, okay? On this side, on the third floor, so it's right opposite the catwalk, they crammed all the guards into one cell. And it was not 12 hours, it was 36 hours. Yeah, what am I saying? 36 hours the riot lasted, sorry. So they had them inside the cell, all of them. Now, the guards could hear all the commotion and everything, so they grabbed the mattresses to put up against the doors so that they wouldn't get shot. However, the rioters put buckets of paraffin, and they were going to throw the paraffin in and set fire to them. But they also were going to hang them on the second tier by the window where the citizens could see the guards hanging and burning at the same time. Thank God they didn't do that. They got to them in time. But for all that time, if you imagine 11 people like yourself in one cell for 36 hours.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not a lot of space.
No, there's not. If you look in there isn't.
Oh God.
There was also. Is there two in there? Yeah. Is there two in there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Right. Husband and wives were incarcerated at the same time in here. Okay, so here's a perfect example. I think these are husband and wives. Bessie, these two were in prison at the same time.
That's crazy.
It's like, right?
In the same
For manslaughter.
No. Just
okay.
in the same exact same time. Yeah, and there's just different
Like brothers or
stories,
something.
crimes of people. So
Okay.
this is considered first floor, second floor, third floor,
248.
and then the fourth floor. Now, when you go up there, be very careful. Don't lean over, because they will push you.
The spirit will push you?
Yeah, they
God.
like to push at you.
So they at least could, up here, could have a good view, at least there, like say Ohio State.
Second, third, and fourth, they
Yeah.
have a view. It's
Yeah.
the first floor.
Yeah.
What they allowed them to do in here was, in the wintertime, it's so cold that you could actually put blankets on the bottom part of to block the thing. In the summertime up there, it's so hot you could fry an egg. And this prison actually was on the Aubrey system, which meant silence, complete silence. And then they went away from it. You couldn't speak unless spoken to, no noise. But if you really listen in here at nighttime, sometimes you can hear shuffling of cards and tapping on the cells. So it's kind of weird.
It was a little weird.
Chairs right here. We can.
That's a good cell, right there, number 26.
26.
Why is that a
why
good
we
cell?
got these?
This is where, I don't know, there's somebody in there that likes to chat. And this is where I got frosted over, and I was the only one. So I had ice all over my hair and on the collar of my coat, but everybody else was normal. Just, it's pretty strange.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that happen.
No, that's a new one.
Yeah. Life in this prison was not easy at all. It was very harsh. If you look at the cells, you'll see little white knobs on the bars. That's where you had to place your razor blade. If you didn't put your razor blade there every morning, you weren't allowed out. You had to be clean before you were allowed to go to chow.
Do they know how many people died here total, or like an estimate over the years?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say because a lot of the records were destroyed. So you got to remember you had Spanish influenza, which killed off which actually killed, I think it was the third of Montana's population.
Wow.
You had tuberculosis was another one, dysentery, just diseases in general, hygiene, stuff like that. So I would probably say maybe 600 because you got to remember it wasn't populated like nowadays.
Yeah.
Like our prisons were so overpopulated. But honestly, I could not give you a real number because the records, I would say a lot.
Hundreds, though.
Hundreds.
For sure.
Yeah.
You might even get close to 1,000.
That's crazy.
All right, now we go down. So behind you used to be a bakery for the prison.
I could almost smell it for a second.
Can you smell the vanilla?
Oh yeah.
Can
for
you smell
sure.
It smells vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
really
it's sweet.
Strong. Can you
It's
smell
sweet.
it? Smell the vanilla.
Easily, yes.
That was crazy.
I don't have a very good sniffer. That's pretty
smell it?
strong. Is it just like baked into the walls?
Yeah.
So
this used to be a bakery, and there are, on the wall, there's a gun port, which is actually that tunnel I was telling you about. Okay, where they could look through with their guns and point, but they then turned this into a chapel. This prison had multiple different uses for every room. It was a dormitory, it was this, it was that, it's like as population grew, they had to expand it. But yeah, this area in here, sometimes you'll hear the piano. There's a piano over there.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes when you're in this building, you'll hear a ting, 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 and there's nobody here. Now, this is the shower. This is the, now, be careful here, because if you look down, there's a little, okay, so then, now the shower, the library, and the kitchen are three of the most vicious places in prison. The shower, if you look down there, there's a box hanging out of the wall. Well, a guard would have to sit in there on duty during shower. It's tiny. And these showers were actually built wrong. They're too high. So I knew an inmate that was actually incarcerated in this prison, and he became a citizen, and he was living in Deer Lodge. And he told us of the story of the prisoner that had been almost decapitated, who got out of the shower up into the cell block and tapped the guard on his shoulder. When the guard turned around, his head just went back, and that guard never came back to work. That's what happened in here.
So a lot of violence in here
Yeah,
as
a
well.
lot of violence in here.
So
Especially later on, you know, like in the 50s, 60s, violence was a little more thing, but yeah. It's dripping water,
Yeah,
so you
I
just
heard
can,
that,
you can, now when you go down here, here is the hole.
Oh, there we go.
They opened this up for the public, but this used to be, this was the hole. This was the punishment hole. And you would be brought down here for 10 days. You were just given bread and water.
10 days.
You were never allowed, you're not allowed out. So if you, so when you look in there, that's, you know, if you actually, I don't know if you can do it for a split second, but turn your lights off. Okay, and this is still light.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is what it would be in 10 days. So it would break you. It would literally break the strongest man. Okay? This is where I got my EVP. Here, his name is on the door.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Larry.
That was, it's been there for ever.
Wow.
This is a butcher's locker. And this is where, apparently, when people died before the funeral home could come again, they would just throw the bodies in here. So not only are you in here under punishment in the pitch black with just nothing but, I mean, no clothes, you're just a blanket and a honey bucket and bread and water, and you're right next to dead people. So yeah, it's great.
Interesting mix right there.
So this is all, you know, this is the hole, and the way they used to bring them down was from the cell block. There's a door right there, and they would bring them down here, because this was all actually blocked off. So that's how dark it can get here, and I could still see in here because of the light here. But once it goes pitch black, yeah.
Pitch black.
And people, they would say they'd bring them out of these cells and they'd be just like shriveled and, you know, like literally old men, basically, really, you know, so they lost their will to fight, basically.
Would you say this is a very active part of the prison?
Yeah.
I could feel a
I
lot
can feel
coming
it.
here. I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, yeah.
I felt a lot of sadness there.
Yes, that's one of the big things. Watch your step right there. And so then they would bring them down here into this area when it was before they kind of changed things up. Now, that used to be the kitchen. The shower unit used to be the kitchen.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they used to, remember the original shower that I showed you?
Mm-hmm.
That was all they got. Then they made this into a shower.
Okay.
But this used to be the kitchen, so you had the kitchen and the bakery. In the 50s, they actually had to turn this into dormitory because it got so overpopulated.
Wow.
And then this used to be the like hobby craft room, and they could watch TV in here.
Oh.
Wow.
Not a very big TV.
Yep. That's what it was, black and white TV, and only what the guards would let them watch. And then this is the barber chair. For some reason, there is a particular spirit here who doesn't like people sitting in the chair. So there have been a couple of tourists that have gotten EVPs in the daytime when they've sat in this chair. Don't know why, but I think this was the original barber chair they had in the cell block on the edge. They had a little barber shop on the edge next to the cells. And now here's the tunnel, which they opened up for the public. It was never on display until 2002. Okay, this is shit. Otherwise, this will trip you up.
Damn.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Oh, wow.
if you come down here,
Jeez. It's like a mine.
Oh, God.
so remember that where I said they come down?
Yeah.
In
Oh,
that
sure.
tower? So they come down in here, and the guards would, and it used to be opened all the way, but the tunnels have started to cave. So you'd come down here, and then this actually is not, this was not part of the prison in here, this theater. They put this in here when the downtown theater burned, just for the citizens, but this was all like, mess hall and stuff originally. But these are the gun ports, and you can see these were really sharp, okay? And then they would just, I won't do it to you, but I used to scare the living crap out of everybody. But if you, once again, quickly turn your light on.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, you got security lights in here now.
Oh.
But this end,
Somehow that's even creepier than the pitch black. Just having a little light.
if you
you
if
see
you
a
stand in
shadow.
here, you do, and you get this feeling like that.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, whoa, so, yeah. So this is the tunnel.
Okay.
Wow.
So these are pictures of the mast hall, okay, in about 1950s. There's something on this picture that nobody spotted. Can you see it?
On the top picture?
Yeah. And I'll say it's round about here,
Okay.
in this area. Yeah.
There you go. Well, what is that, a
This guy's
shank?
got a shank in his shoe,
Oh.
but look, he's looking. You see him looking? Nobody spotted that.
Wow.
Fine.
Yeah. So this must have, something was going to be happening, that he had that shank in his actual.
Oh, yeah, he was ready to.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
that's a pretty obvious shank right
Yeah.
there.
I don't think he realized it was showing when the photograph.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's.
He marked his back. Where's
No, that's a tag. But this here can be a little creepy in here too. There's a very sinister thing that comes through here.
Wow.
Very sinister.
What do you mean?
There's a portal down here. Some kind of portal. And it just is very dark, very heavy, very, that there's something here and it's not good.
Do you think that's the spirit of an inmate?
I don't think so. I think it's not even human.
So like
Never had a human form.
like a portal. Why would you say that there's a portal here?
Because we've had people who have opened up portals here and never closed them.
How so?
Other investigators.
Like a Ouija board and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's why we don't do Ouija boards in here. Not at all. Ouija boards or, what's the other one? Seances.
Just a seance, yeah.
Just a regular seance.
We don't allow it either.
No, or sage, tarot cards.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
So I should say then, I guess, final question about that. What makes it sinister as opposed to just like
You just,
angry?
okay, you know how you were in the tunnel and you thought somebody was right behind
Yeah.
you? Coming in here when you're standing in pitch black, you are not, it literally, you do not want to turn your back. It's like you want to go up the stairs like that. And then as you're walking up, all of a sudden it starts getting darker, and it's coming and it's just this horrible feeling of
Dread?
It's like dread and oppressive, and it's like you can't breathe, and you just start going like this, and then you just gotta get out.
I think my back and my neck and everything got sore, kind of outside there. And like something's like weight on me, on my shoulders, you know, kind of like a sore lower back. And,
You'll get kidneys. It'll feel like you got kidney punched.
Yeah.
And we've had it where people have collapsed, where they just feel like somebody's ripped their kidneys out. And that's more stabbing.
Oh yeah, true. Like a shank.
Yeah, it's horrible.
This is a totally different feel to me. I think after, I was thinking of Moundsville, Rush Estate. This has
a very dark feel.
This has more dark to me. This place.
In areas.
In areas, yeah.
And then there's other areas that can be like Max can be very light. It can actually be fun in there, and then other times it can be just darn right. No, thank you very much. Okay, let's go. If you stand here and okay, I don't know if you can put your light down a minute. Down. Okay. No, it's not right now. But as you see it right there, okay, all of a sudden it's just dark, black. And it just seems to get blacker, even though there's a light down there.
Yeah, I can get a weird vibe from that.
Yes.
In general, it's weird. I mean, maybe the violence of the shower.
The light's working.
I'm getting so many different smells, like different, it changes like from almost the doorway to this area.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Oh, shit.
And do not walk into it, please, because it will hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bend.
Oh, that's
Don't bend.
It's got kind of a sharp spot. No.
I can tell you right now, facial features will change. And sometimes they can be very slight, and other times they're like, oh my God, you go like that. Literally like what you just did.
I think that's what I'm talking about. Like,
and it could be something. They can attach to you in here. So
Yeah.
if you do an investigation here, Lisa knows to just do like an ending, closing, because they can and will. And I know you for sure, you seem to be a little susceptible for attachments.
Definitely.
So, and you seem to be more like wacky and hitting and scratching.
Well, he is wacky.
No, I mean, they seem to enjoy more to harming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scratched the first time at Ohio State Reformatory where they shot Shawshank Redemption. That prison.
Well, I was shanked here. And she can attest to it.
Wow.
We actually saw it. So we were in the theater, and we had just finished an all-night event, and I came out of the theater, and I just suddenly doubled over, and I'm like, like that, and I didn't think much of it until we got down, and then and it actually drew blood.
Oh, wow.
And it was like a shank,
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's fun.
It hurt.
Final question.
Yeah.
So you would say that this place is haunted?
Yes. Absolutely. Without a doubt. In my mind. No, it is haunted, but there's also a lot of residual stuff here. They seem to enjoy visitors. So respect who they are, because this is their home. So, yeah, it's definitely haunted.
And you think they're going to come out and talk tonight based on how we were feeling?
I think so, because they've been watching, and they've made themselves known. And you've got Lisa here with you. So I wish I could stay all night, because it would be really good fun. But I can't. They know Lisa, so I think it'll, they know she wouldn't allow anything to be disrespectful. So,
well,
and I think you'll get some stuff.
I'm
you just
excited.
gotta be patient, okay?
Yeah.
There's the gallery.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, it's so cool
Really?
looking.
Is that the real deal?
Those are
Galloping gallows.
those are the real ones.
Yes. And 13 people. 13? Can I get my time?
13.
13 people were executed.
Is it in there? Or would they...
No.
Wow,
It's called the gallows.
So after learning about the history, it was time to begin investigating, and we chose our first location in the prison to be the cell block. Now, we always usually start in the cell blocks because it's the biggest area in the prison, and if you go with the theory that the spirits are trapped in their cells, it's the area that would hold the most unworldly energy and activity. So the cell block was an interesting first choice, and yeah, as you're about to see, the activity started immediately and lasted throughout the entire night. Okay guys, so Jeff and I are here alone. I just got the chills sitting here.
Heard some noises.
I wanted to actually start this little monologue here because while we've been shooting the intro to this video, we have been hearing...
Yeah. It's a... chills.
We've been hearing clinking of jail cells and stuff like that. So a little bit of backstory. Today, right when we arrived here at the prison, our shotgun microphone completely died, which has never happened to us before. It wasn't a battery issue. It wasn't a cable issue. The actual microphone would not record audio. So we're in the middle of nowhere in Montana right now, so we don't have a microphone tonight, so the audio might be a little wonky, but I'm gonna try clean it up as best as we can. But yeah, this place is really creepy. I mean, so many deaths. The almost romantic death of the guy who started the riot with his partner, who he ended up killing him on accident, and then he took his own life. There were the people that took their own lives here, the prisoners that were murdered by other inmates, the deputy wardens that were both murdered in the same location, the hangings, the gallows that are housed in another building here. There's gallows that we didn't cover on the tour that are in a building that we can't access where I believe 19, was it, Pete?
Oh, 13. 13. Jeez, what was that?
There was a footstep right there.
Dude, there is so much.
Did you hear that?
We gotta sit and, yes.
Yeah, a lot of death, a lot of misery here, and it's a lot darker feeling than I thought it was gonna feel. I mean, it's a prison, obviously, but God, these bugs just
they're
will
all
not
over.
Leave you alone.
They're all over.
How are you feeling, man?
Well, I'm back. This prison didn't seem that big to me, and then after we went through the tour, God, it's enormous. It's got so many dark zones, and creep factor to me is high here, much more than I thought. Yeah, the creep factor here is just a lot more than I thought it was going to be. After going through the tour, there's like pockets of like negative energy, I think, and feeling like something's behind your back, gonna grab you, that kind of feel. And then again, we're hearing noises as we're doing this right now. So I think this is like a little gem that I think we're gonna get a lot of activity tonight.
Let me see your new tattoo, by the way.
My new tats.
Look at this. He got this tattooed just last month.
There it is.
And now he's already on to number 2.
There it is, baby.
Papa Spook's the tattooed king. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, baby. What does that mean?
It's creepy as hell in here, man, isn't it? Like when you look it over here and it's just pitch black at the end.
I think what's going to happen is if we just like go sit in these chairs and just be quiet. I'd like to see what comes out.
Yeah, we're gonna go fully IR in here for the beginning of this, just to see what the hell could happen.
It's a lot of anxiety though, for me. Like, I don't know if it's because I haven't been doing this for, when's our last time? Like February or so?
Yeah, a couple months.
And this one is like a welcoming back that is a little more intense than I probably wanted right away, but I'm excited. Let's get going.
Yeah, this is the first night of our Montana trip. We have so many great locations coming up, but yeah, you hear that? Something like stomping. Yeah, we're gonna get set up in here. Let's do this, guys.
Let's do it, baby. Come on.
Okay.
The place is going crazy. You guys coming out? Oh, dude. Oh man, look at this. Oh, I got total chills going on here. Music box is going off. Are you guys moving around? Oh, music box. What's that? Yeah, we're just setting up, and these were all going at once. All the cat balls. The music box is going off there again now.
Don't forget the REM pod. Holy
And
shit.
It's supposed to be really active down here with those chairs, but it's kind of like right through this path already, things are starting to really heat up.
Are you down there? If you're here in the old prison, my name's Colin.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're here to talk to you tonight. We're not prison guards, we're not inmates, we're civilians, we're normal people. If you are here, which I know you are, can you make a noise to let us know where you are in this building right now? Like bang on something?
Dude, that was like a huge bang up here. Can you do that again? Can you bang on one of those doors again for us? Dude, what's crazy is that this was going nuts, and all of a sudden it's like they're just like almost studying us, I think. You know what I mean?
Right when we started filming, it stopped. It's like they almost, I always think about, do they know that you're filming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's where it came from.
It's down in the dark corner.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Okay, well, let's finish setting up. I'm gonna pause. Oh, shit.
Oh, look at the goosebumps. You see him?
Yep.
Oh. There's definitely something going on here.
Okay, so right now, we're in the pitch black. Papa Spooks and I are in the cell block. Remember, the cannibal was on one of the upper floors. The guys who started the riot were down here. Turkey Joe, he's down here. Hundreds of spirits just in this building alone. But we've been hearing noises. All of our devices were going off immediately, and now they've all stopped.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna sit here and try to contact them before we dive super deep into it.
Olivia.
My name's Colin.
I'm Jeff.
If you're here with us right now, could you give us some sort of a sign that you're here? You can run along the platforms, catwalks, or you could knock on something. You could use your voice, tell us your name. We have some little toys around here you can touch. If you see any of our lights that we have set up, just go up and touch them, and it'll show us that you're here with us so we can talk.
Age.
I'm 26.
I'm 62.
Wait, are our ages reversed right now? I'm 26 and you're 62?
Yeah, that's first time I read.
Weird.
Wow, okay.
I didn't think about that before.
It's paranormal.
Ooh.
26, but hey.
Oh, you were once.
I'm fine being 62.
Okay, you want to just listen for a sec?
Sure.
Yeah, walk. Thank you. Walk even closer.
You can come out of your cells. Show us you're here. Come out, touch the lights. We're here to talk to you. As friends.
I'm on edge. I don't know about you. Look at Olivia twice. Olivia twice.
Okay, let's think then, okay? Olivia.
That's so weird. Twice.
What was the
That's what I was
woman's
just
name down there? Remember husband and wife?
That would be really freaky.
Olivia.
Maybe it was a prisoner's wife. They're begging for her.
What do you want from us, Olivia? If your husband was in the cell block here, tell us his name.
Or could you give us a sign?
Smith.
Oh, okay.
That could be
Okay.
the guy's name.
Olivia. So, Olivia, if we're talking to you and Smith was your man's name, why was he put in here? What did he do? Use your energy into that box there and tell us.
Do you want to turn the Ovilus on too? Sure. Do two at once.
Okay, we have the Ovilus 4. We're going to kind of go a little bit old school here.
So, before we move any further, I want to know, can you touch one of those red lights we have set up or make a noise if this is a woman named Olivia that we're talking to?
I respect you.
I respect you.
Remember she said we need to respect them?
Yep, that's true.
Devil.
That's kind of creepy, actually.
We're right near
No.
the evil hallway too.
Yeah.
That's where we're hearing the noises from.
Do you believe in the devil?
Remember, she said she thought that whatever's down there isn't a human spirit.
Exactly.
It's not alive. That's kind of creepy timing.
Okay, I have this device.
Contain? Like a prison cell?
So this isn't a woman named Olivia. If Olivia was your wife or your sister or your daughter, can you touch one of those red lights? Or make a loud noise?
Guilty.
Guilty. In a prison? We just asked what they did. They were guilty of.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever they did.
What were you guilty of?
You can direct your energy into these boxes here and let us know what you were guilty of. We really want to know, just to kind of know your story.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, I'm trying to...
Knox.
Knocks. Yeah, we're hearing right now.
Can you do some more knocks for us? Like this?
I mean, it's really hard to believe, like, all the action happened when we were setting up. Like, everything was going off, and now it's, like, not going off. What was that? What was that? Like, everything was going off, and now it's, like, not going on. What was that? Like, everything was going off, and now it's, like, not going on. What was that? Oh, my God.
Another knock like that, please?
Beautiful.
It's like it's surrounding us. You know, it is surrounding us.
It's coming from both sides.
Beautiful, like Olivia.
Is Turkey? Ranch.
Did you hurt somebody with a wrench?
What the heck?
Happened here.
Happened here.
This is something's. This is like, it's not the battery. It's just like it comes back.
Frying the device.
Oh, now it's back.
So you hurt somebody with a wrench while you were here in prison? Is that what you're saying?
I kind of feel like once again we've been in this situation before. Like it's slow, and then
This is different though. This is not like
yeah.
slow where it doesn't seem like it's here. It's like
No, it's
all around us right now.
I'm really not quite sure like if it's sizing us up kind of like that.
House.
Well, they call it the big house, right?
True. This is where they live, their home. Almost like this is my house.
You know, give us a few names of you guys that are here. We just want to know who we're talking to. You can move back towards us. Keep coming. It's like you don't.
I'm feeling cold. I'm feeling cold from this direction.
You know, I don't know. Okay. Let me know your name. Any of your.
Stars. I'm angry.
Oh, remember she said they like singing? Yeah. Song?
Stars.
About star. Maybe something
Twinkle,
with
twinkle,
stars.
little star. Should we sing it?
Sure.
Also, I'm angry. Oh, God. Really hoping it was a bug. Someone just touched my leg. I really hope that was a bug. So we have an angry spirit almost. I'm angry. Wrench happened here.
Oh, look at this thing glitched out on me again. Oh, it's like it wants to start over.
Talking about Olivia, and then there's like something else that's here that I can't get a read on really. We're gonna sing for you guys.
Be cautious.
Be cautious. Okay. I'm angry. Be cautious. Yo, it's like it's saying like f***ing tread lightly. I'm angry.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you want us to sing for you? A song about stars, which would be Twinkle,
Twinkle,
Twinkle.
Twinkle.
What do you guys think?
I don't know any other star-related songs.
Give us a sign that you'd like us to sing to you.
You ready to sing?
Jeez, I don't know why. I just feel weird.
We're friends.
We're friends.
Okay, that's good
See,
to know.
there's two different spirits. There's
Yeah,
an angry one,
uh-huh.
and then there's a friendly one. Okay, we're gonna sing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
That was not good. But we did get Joyce.
Joyce. Female names. It's like they're
This
wanting
Joyce
their
might be our
wives.
friend. Yeah, what is... We're in a male... The first time.
Right when we start singing.
Oh. Is that... Thank you for letting us finally know.
That was like applause.
Yeah, right?
You know?
I think we should...
Sing again.
Would you like for us to sing you another song? Give us a word on this device that's in front of Colin that tells us what song you want us to sing. Any word to give us a clue.
Oh, right here. It's like they're sitting here with their legs kicking out.
Exactly.
Oh, that's weird.
Way down there. Way down there.
Near the demon hallway.
Oh.
Charles.
Your name's Charles?
Yeah, I remember just asking.
I'm pretty sure there was a Charles in the history. Oh.
Here again.
The children are listening.
Okay.
They're even listening, and we're singing.
Well, the song.
Yeah.
The song. Okay. I think we should. I think we need to sing another song. Okay. Okay, before they leave. Okay.
What's a basic song we could sing?
How about Happy Birthday?
Okay, Jeff, let's both sing our own song, okay? I'll film you singing one. We'll see if they clap for one of us.
Okay, you want to have a sing off?
We'll have a sing off.
Okay.
Okay, go for it. You're first.
Okay, I'm trying to think. But this is for kids?
No, this is for the prisoners.
I ain't never been with a woman long enough for my boots to get old. I've been now both been resold.
My lungs.
Every time I can't remember the words, you're the bird in my eye. I have no idea what that means except look up into the sky. What do you guys think? I tried to sing you a. Buddy like that song? Can you let me know? Oh, it's so quiet here.
Tough crowd.
Okay, you got one?
What year did this prison close?
79, I believe.
I got to run to keep from hiding. Oh my god. That was so bad.
Oh, what's it say?
Equipment. Yeah, we got a lot of it.
We do. Oh, I just got it.
And I'm down to keep from hiding. I got one more silver dollar. But I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. Not gonna let them catch me, Midnight Rider. Kind of nice echoes in here. What is that, the graduation theme song?
That's what I was thinking.
Arrest.
Arrest. Man, come on, guys. Guys, you gotta come out of your cells. Please. Let us know that you're here. We just want to recognize that you're here.
Let's walk down here in a second. Hello? It was right here. Did you hear that? Fine. We gotta find them?
There's noises down that way. I think we gotta go that way.
Well, we wanted to start here. So after this, we're now gonna head to the hallway with the evil entity and the shower area and the hole.
It's like super hot.
Yeah, it got really hot.
I'm just like feeling really crappy.
Yeah. If there's anything else or anybody else in here who'd like to talk to us, we're about to move on. Do you have anything else you'd like to do or say? Oh, you're next. Dude, whatever's down there is not good.
Yeah. I think this is just like a really... What is that? Dude, I don't know why, but I'm just like...
It's right around this corner.
I've got like total chills here.
What was that? It was like a... Oh.
Yeah, like oh.
Yes, over here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yo, what does that mean though? Does it mean over there, like
Over.
in the tunnels, or over here?
See, I think this is an entry point. Like, they want us to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, we're here to talk to you. Any of you that are on the cell block here, we're going to move on pretty soon, but you want to let us know any way you want that you're here. Can you do that again, please? Come on, guys, let us know that you want us here. It's like over there, over here. I think it's over there.
I think it's time to go down to the Devil's Hallway.
Okay, let's do it.
You will see me right when we're walking over.
Please let us see you. We do want to see you.
Oh God.
Well, we do. Right?
Do we?
Yes, I do, man. I want to see you.
You want to see
Full
the
body
evil
apparition.
thing?
Well, not the one that's not human, I guess.
I think who we're talking to.
I guess maybe that's the deal. Oh, okay.
Yo, EMF the moment we walked up.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. It was right here.
I know.
And before when we walked by, it didn't go
don't-
off.
It's like don't cross.
Yes.
What I'm feeling.
Dude, before when we walked by, it didn't go off.
No,
So that
no, I
proves that
know.
it wasn't us.
Oh, dude, things are acting up here now. Don't you want us to go? Olivia, Iris, Charles. It's all down there. Is that the...
That's the evil.
That's the evil. Oh, dude, I'm feeling like... It's all down there. Dude, it's all down there. I think these bugs are a sign or something.
Should we go down to that hallway? With the kitchen? Bug infestation.
I think we're gonna have to move.
Look, that wasn't us.
No?
There you go. Proof right there. It wasn't us.
No.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
Okay. My name is Jeff. And this is
Yeah.
Colin.
I'm his son, Colin. This is my dad, Jeff. Okay, so we've already set up some stuff downstairs If you guys will remember during the tour, we're now going to go into the hallway where it's believed that there's an inhuman spirit. This may mean a demon, this may mean something that was conjured. It could mean really anything, but according to people that experience this thing, it's not good. It likes to hurt people, it will shank people, it will attack people. It's just getting cold in here, do you feel that?
I'm cold, yeah. I definitely, but I'm also hot.
It's a weird
Sweaty.
dichotomy. But we're gonna head down there now to the showers also. If you remember, the showers were an area where there was a ton of violence. A guy was almost decapitated in there. I'm sure there were other murders, assaults, men assaulting other men. And then the whole solitary confinement, one of the worst places here in the prison, is connected to the shower room through a stairway. Here we go down here. Got some devices.
Are you rolling on?
Here's the hole. I gotta put a battery in this one. We're trying to talk right now to whoever may be down here in the showers. Are you gonna attack one of us?
Yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Got a heavy chest.
That's f***ed actually. That's really f***ed actually. Fuck that.
Okay, that's not me.
Oh, and that one, and that one.
Okay, oh man, I got told.
First, well, we had one EMF spike, but all of a sudden both REM pods. Huh?
I'm just having like a hard time.
19.
Oh my god.
Look to the right.
Oh,
Oh, which right though, bud?
Which right? Let's go look. Let's look on 3. 1, 2, 3.
To mine.
Oh!
Right here.
To your right.
Okay, that's to my right. I'm gonna have it moved. That is freaky, man. Can you?
Help me.
Help me. Could that be someone? Could that be somebody who was murdered down here? Like the guy who got his head cut off?
Oh yeah, the dude that was decapitated.
It could be a victim. They could still be trapped here by that evil thing.
Jeez, I'm like.
There is a shapeshifter.
Oh my god, dude, I've got like. Honestly, I got.
I have chills all of a sudden.
Oh, you do.
You see
I
that?
do too, man.
God. Oh, my hair just stood on end.
Look at mine. Can you see those?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
it begs the question.
Yep.
To the right.
Okay.
I think it's to the hole.
Okay. Well, I've got.
That's to your right? That's where the thing went off?
Yeah. Okay, and I do have. It's the. Wait, what was that?
Tragedy.
Just everything is this like. By the way, this is water dripping over here.
Yeah.
That we can't turn off.
Did you turn the music box back on?
I don't get it. Yeah. Make sure it's on.
People can't hear me.
People can't hear me.
It's on, man.
Why can't they hear you?
Spirit.
Spirit, man, there's just so much. Yeah, we understand you're a spirit. We can hear you. Colin, my son, and I, and Jeff.
There's something on my skin.
Let us know. Oh my god, dude, I almost thought, what is this?
I don't know.
Wait a second.
I got left hair.
I almost thought it looked like a welt.
Your hair.
Your hair?
Your hair, you just said your hair. Dude, you just said it.
I just said the word hair.
You just said your
yes.
hair. You just said it. Okay, I think we have come to a space where you're here, whoever you are.
Oh, I feel weird.
Tell me what's wrong.
I'm upset.
Okay.
I'm upset.
Okay, we're
About
sorry.
what? Where are you in here? You've been playing with those red lights that are all over this place?
Oh,
Three lights! Look at 3 lights! Oh, and that one down there! That one down. Oh! Whoa! That's 3 lights! That's 3 lights! That's 3 lights!
The red one at the end, and this one was going off.
Holy f***, and that's 3 lights.
Dude, this is on point.
That's insane.
Oh my God.
Dude, what are the odds? I ask it to play with the lights, 3 lights, and then 3 lights go off.
Okay, so.
Wow.
Okay, that just can't be dismissed.
Wow.
3 lights. It says
That is
3 lights.
creepy,
This
dude.
goes off. The cat ball and
What are the lights? What are the lights? What are the lights? No way.
I know we're freaking out, but this is like crazy now.
So the lights show us that you're here with us. So if you wanna, how about we play a game? Now that you know obviously how to use the lights, let's ask you a question. Since you know how to touch those things and make them light up, how about you touch them if the answer is yes? Okay? Can you touch them one more time and show us that you know what that means? That that's yes?
Natalie, okay. Are we dealing with Natalie? No! Okay, dude, over there. Oh, wait a second. Down
This
here.
one,
Down here.
it's these two.
But here, this as well. Okay, we haven't moved.
Dude, it's the one on the very end and this one.
What was that sound that made it?
Audrey and Natalie?
Okay, what's happening?
It's all women's names. It's guys, maybe it's prisoners who miss their wives. All I can think of.
This is like super active right now.
Okay, so you know how to answer yes to a question. Just like that. Thank you, you did a great job. Do you want to ask a question?
This is like crazy.
Ask a yes or no question.
If you know one of our names, or you want to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you're upset. Are you upset because you're trapped in this area here? That's extra loud. It is extra loud.
Blood.
Oh, jeez, oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, it's like, it's not over there anymore. It's like someone that was killed right here. Blood.
It said blood on there. Okay. So what does that, how does that?
They have an attachment to this place.
Well, we have to make sure that we don't get an attachment. Because this is super active right now.
Go further.
Dude, down there. Is that the hole?
Yeah.
Or what is that?
That's the hole and that's the evil hallway with the tunnel.
Look at this. Look at that. That's like the hair's way up. Oh, this is crazy.
Okay, I have a question. Do you want us to go further? I keep feeling like something's touching my hand when it's sitting here.
Dude, I'm like sick to my stomach. It's just weird.
Hung!
What?
Hung!
Oh,
Hung!
God, you're kidding me. Dude, we were just at the gallows, at the galloping gallows.
We were just
there. And talking about what would it be like if that came to your town and you're waiting to be hung. And you hear the horses come and you see that gallows go by the window, right? Hung. We just...
Well, also, the only executions here were hangings. So the only people that were executed. Yo, I just feel like somebody blew on my neck, dude. Like,
Yes, you're here.
Oh,
yes, we're here.
Yes, we're here. Was that you that blew on Colin's neck?
Oh, yellow this time.
Yellow. Okay, we're gonna take that as a yes. Do you think it's... Oh, like we're like...
Freaking out.
We're freaking out.
I have, dude, I felt like somebody just went up and went like this.
Okay.
Through.
Need to spare you.
Oh my God. That's okay. I don't want to scare you. Well, the thing is, you're kind of scaring us.
You are a little bit freaking us out.
This is what we want.
You're very
appreciate it.
strong.
This is like
Dude,
This is like
he goes calm.
super-
I don't mean to scare you.
This is like super active. Like
This is really strange.
from being up there in the cell block, we had some stuff.
They wanted us to come down here.
Remember that? The noises were all down this way.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, about all of them were this way.
So, is there something evil that's down here? We've heard that there's something that isn't human down here. Is there something evil down here? What are those noises? Do you hear that?
I mean, we're like totally in. Okay, yellow again. What I want to ask. Okay, if that's you, I'd like to know the hole is over there. I've got a device there. It plays music. Can you play that music for us to show us that you want us to come down there? When you do that, we'll go down there.
I will flash the lights. Emergency.
Emergency? Oh, dude, both of them!
Look at this.
What the absolute is going on?
Lights, dude. We don't, okay, we have no control over this. Zero. Right?
Dude,
I mean, it's just
3 light responses.
okay. When it's
And it's intelligent. It's lighting them up, saying yes to our questions. It knows how to do this.
so we got to think who are we talking to? So
Well, I think obviously, like, they're trapped here. I think it's someone who was killed down here. I think in this room, it's someone who was killed. I think that evil thing is out here. And that's why it's saying help me, because it's trapped here with that evil thing.
Okay,
Whatever the that is.
let's try to think through what kind of question would be best to ask. You know, let's think like what would we? How can we help you? Huh? If you want to go,
Madam,
okay.
how can we help you? Bring their madam, bring their wife. You know what I mean?
Dude, Irish. The Finnegans.
Oh,
They're here.
Yeah.
They kill people.
Yeah, they kill
Remember,
people.
You should come up with the names. Irish. We're getting a lot of spirits are here. I think what's happening is this has become an active, maybe this is a portal area like they're talking about, right?
That's what she said.
Remember?
Yeah.
We got all kinds of activity going on here.
Notice how the lights don't go off when we're not asking questions now either.
And I'm still waiting for anybody that wants us to come to the hole. This is a music box. You make it play for us and let us know you want us to come down into the hole here.
Screaming. You're aware of me.
And screaming.
We are aware of you, yes. What can we do to help you?
Screaming's a really freaky word to hear.
I'm almost like,
It's almost like they're stuck. This person.
I was conjured.
this, remember? They said Ouija boards, seances, they would conjure. That's what we're dealing with. Because
It's a strong entity, too.
they told us, right?
Yes.
They think it's from people not closing the Ouija board, doing seances. I was conjured. Okay, we need to figure out, like,
Were you conjured here? Is that what you're saying? No. She's here.
oh my God, there.
Whoa. Yo, that is so creepy.
Man, dude,
Yo,
now I'm
I have
getting-
full
now-
on chills.
Now I'm like, yes. And
Dude,
Need trust.
What is it?
need trust. Goosebumps every hair,
Look.
every hair.
I don't know who we're dealing with, though, to be honest with you.
Dude.
Dude, you know what's crazy, man? Listen to this. So, she's here.
Yeah.
All the names we've been getting are female names.
True.
I was conjured. Maybe it's like a woman, demon, succubus type spirit that was conjured here, and it preys on the male spirits. You know what I mean?
Could be
Like
because
an evil
men-
woman spirit. Maybe it takes the form of their wives and it attacks them, and they're tortured spirits.
So-
That's why the energy's so bad.
I feel you, but and for me, the thing I'm really thinking about is that I'm sick to my stomach. Like, it's not a good feeling, right? And I'm thinking of Josh in your episode, getting all feeling.
Attracted.
That's definitely like a thing you just got done talking about, right? How are we gonna,
Dude,
how do you want to
I mean,
play this?
think about it. It's hitting on like us almost.
I know.
You're
That's
attracted.
what I'm
It even
saying.
said earlier, your hair.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like even us, we could be fucking targets and we're alive. It probably thinks we're like a prime target. Where did she say it likes men?
Oh. Remember that?
Yes.
She said it going up the stairs. She said it really likes men. Remember?
Yeah, that was in the maximum security.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
But it could be going everywhere in here. If it came out of a
I'm,
portal.
Like really hot.
I remember she said she doesn't really know why that cell is like so. I mean, it was a woman, but it's like.
Another bang. I've got like a headache. I'm sick to my stomach.
Christine. Frustration.
Another.
A woman.
Dude.
This could be like an evil female spirit that takes the form of all these different women. And that's why we're getting these names. It's trying to just throw names out. Like, imagine if it started to say Mary and Courtney.
Yeah.
We'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it would work into our trust.
Let's think about trying to gain our trust. I mean, what would be a good line of questioning to try to draw this thing out? You know what I mean? I think it's established that it's here overwhelmingly, and it's intelligent. I mean, you're talking about 3 lights, and it turns on
All 3.
lights.
Even a cat ball. Even a cat
It
ball.
hasn't gone off since.
So, do you think this guy standing in front of me is attractive?
Man, I am like.
Is that what you're saying?
Remember what Josh was? I don't know why.
Oh, both of them.
Oh my God, yellow! Look at this though.
I'm playing games. I'm playing games.
That's insane.
Dude, this thing is dark right here. Dude, it likes you too. That's why it's making you feel sick. Dude, it could be taking your energy and that's why you feel sick. It's like feeding on you.
Yeah, dude, you're kind of freaked.
Brilliant.
Another woman, dude. There
That's
hasn't been
that's
one
impossible.
guy.
That's impossible.
We've had like 6 women's names.
That's trippy. It's like a female demon or like whatever you would call it. I don't want to say demon, but like an inhuman.
She told us it was inhuman.
It's inhuman.
So inhuman. What the hell? The temp?
Yep.
Where's that?
Yeah, this one.
This one?
Temperature right next to you is rising.
Dude,
What the f was that?
that was like a script. That was a metal. I think we should try to be quiet.
Was that?
What is it?
A different voice.
What do you mean?
A female voice. You didn't hear that?
I thought I heard something, but I didn't know what it was. I'm not totally freaked here, man.
Dude. That's a 12. It said 19 at the beginning. Then 12. It's like it's counting down. That though? That was coming from
I heard
down
something.
that hallway.
I heard something, but I didn't know what it was.
Let's go out and look in the hallway.
I'm like totally.
I mean, no one could break in here.
That was a thump. Like a. No, it's like a.
that?
What is it?
What the fuck was that?
I don't like that voice. I think we gotta like calm down a little bit because I'm actually feeling kind of like sick, you know?
Do you have your flashlight?
Mine's freaking me out here. Okay. What?
It's dead. What the f, dude?
Everything like...
It's exactly what we've been saying. Don't be fearful, it says. Beautiful.
It's like... What? It's like everything having to do with like attraction or...
It's a woman, like saying, in my opinion, like, you want to be...
Oh, my lips.
Your light wasn't on a couple seconds.
Oh, just went off. Look at...
No way.
Not gonna touch it. Can you turn that light off? Can you turn the light off? Look at...
What?
Okay, can you use your energy and turn this light off, please? Show us that you have the energy to turn this light off. I'm just holding it flat. Oh. It's dimming. Can you turn it off?
It's seriously though, like almost like it's asking if we'd like to be its husband.
Yeah.
And saying like, you're beautiful. Like I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Like attractive,
so
beautiful husband. How many times have we said
Yeah.
it could be a husband looking for their wife,
Right.
or she's preying on husbands?
Yeah.
Weird energy. Do you like the fact that we're down here with you right now? That one too down there.
Oh, that one's going off down.
Yep, way at the end.
What is that sound?
Just the EMF. I want to try the SLS for a second?
Yeah, I'm kind of getting worn out here.
Just film your screen with that.
I gotta turn this on. Okay, we're gonna try.
God, this is insane,
I don't
dude.
think we go anywhere right now.
No. There's something in this room down
Okay,
here, and it is very strong. And it's kind of scary. We heard a voice. All the responses have been crazy. The insane REM-potted EMF energy that we did not see any of upstairs. Where are you in this room? Or are you further down in this basement? What was that?
Like a growl. Is that what you heard? Yeah.
Or are you further down in this basement? Or are you further down in this basement?
Got one on the floor, dude.
Where?
Come over. Don't go in front of it.
Where?
Right underneath your stand. Come here, dude.
Oh, all three.
There's two.
No.
Come here, look. See, I can't.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it's on the floor. Like maybe it died there. Oh, it's making the thing go off.
Oh, it's right in front of us too.
Oh, all my hairs are on end.
Go down, it says. Go down. Go down.
Look at, it's coming at us.
Dude, go down. And look at, those aren't setting off now. This one's the only one setting off.
Dude, it's on top of it. What?
Rosemary.
Oh my God, that's
Your
my
mom's name.
What the hell?
Is that
Why am
threatening
Oh, it jumped over in the shower.
Oh.
What the hell? Did you see that gun there?
Yes.
Oh. Wow, my legs are gone. Like I don't feel like I was tingling.
Do you think that was threatening your mom? Like a dead body, like a vision almost? Go down, Rosemary?
Scary, man. Hold this, please. My hand is just, my arm is just killing me.
That's what these things do to get in your head though, man.
Jeez, why is my arm so painful? Dude, it's like
Brown.
my last name.
Rosemary Brown. Pulse.
Jeez, that's kind of scary now.
Wait, that's her name, Rosemary
Yes,
Brown.
Yes, I know.
That's my grandma's name and your mom's
That's
name.
mine?
Yeah.
That was
That's
freaky, man.
really weird.
This place is like, this is so active here, guys.
How would it know?
I mean,
how would it know your mom's name?
I don't get this. My mom's name is, Rosemary.
Rosemary Brown.
Yeah.
Someone got an email. Want to check? How about you walk and check the showers? This is so weird in here. Like, look at, you have to be so close to these things to set them off. Look at this. So, if you're down here towards the end.
Satanic.
What?
Satanic. Oh my God.
What, are you okay? You okay? What happened?
I don't want to get to that. The corner of that shower.
Oh, you okay?
Jesus Christ, man. I slipped on this thing. My left wrist is hurting like crazy. And then I don't know if it's anything there, but I hit this thing right here.
It's trying to hurt you.
Dude, something's happening.
Frustration. That's the 4th time we've gotten frustration.
Hey, are you
4 times we've gotten that. Ain't satanic?
Okay, so I gotta think about like, oh my God, you know what? I actually feel like I can throw up. I'm gonna kind of having a hard time swallowing this stuff down. Okay. Oof.
I gotta change this battery. This static. The bench.
Oh my God, are you filming?
Yes. The bench.
What about the bench?
Yeah, what about the bench? Oh!
Show up on this place. Dude, it's like, you know what, dude?
Oh!
Dude, I'm not feeling, you know what? I was thinking about is Heather told me to watch out on the steps because they'll push you.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like here. I was just walking, I hit this side, and then I went like this.
What?
Satanic. Oh my God. Oh.
What, are you okay? What?
Satanic. Oh my God. Oh.
What, are you okay?
Oh. Dude, there's one in the shower. Oh, shit. Dude, quick. One in the shower.
Look at Maureen Collette.
What? Oh. Did you get this?
Oh, yes, I got it. Yo, this one.
Oh, shit. Look at this.
Holy dude.
Did you get this on?
Yes.
He was, whatever, it was in the shower.
Okay, thank you for showing yourself. Can you do that again for us? Can you help?
Okay, well, let's talk through this.
Yes.
Yes. What?
Fast. Can you help? Fast.
Yes, we can help you. How do you want us to help you?
That was crazy.
Dude, my arm's getting so tired here.
Yeah, I'm getting a weird feeling. I think we should check this shower where you got.
That's where I fell.
Where you got pushed into. You want to try it?
Sure, let's do it. Wait a second.
Oh.
Wait a second. Oh, it's on the shower.
It's on the pole. It's like standing right here in between.
Can you get on into the shower?
Oh man, I am like freaked out. It's right here.
I know. Can you jump in the shower?
What the
I am feeling like so sick. Can you make a light go off? Do anything to let us know that you're here? Look at dude, I'm not gonna move. Where is that? Where is it?
Right in front of you. This one right here.
Look at this thing. It just stays. What?
Tattoos!
Oh my god.
It sees our tattoos.
That is insane. People, you don't understand how much has happened in this place.
This is one of the craziest things we've ever done.
It just stays there. Let's ask it something, man.
Can you move your arm out to the side?
This is insane. Okay, are you the one that wanted us to help? If you are, come down off the wall onto the floor. Get down on your knees, please. Let us know it's you. What's that? What? Oh, it's gone, dude. And there was like a bubble.
Oh, this one again. Oh, wait. Which one is that?
My arm is killing
Yeah,
me.
it is this one.
I gotta set this down.
Dude, there's people everywhere in here, man. There's someone here that just came and ran out of the shower at us. Someone afraid. Or what does that say?
No, I think it said, agree.
Agree.
Just
like
as you were.
people.
Yes. What's going on?
You know how she said people get kidney pain?
Yeah.
I'm actually like getting it really bad, dude.
Dude, we're getting, I don't know.
No, this is like legit, even off camera.
Yeah.
I just got like a stabbing pain in my back right.
Wow.
Like it's like really actually painful.
Jeez. You okay, man? Or?
Yeah, it's actually really crazy how she said like kidney pain, like I'm really dehydrated.
Exactly.
It's like my back right is like, I've been like really, you know, like look above. It said up.
Oh my God.
I've been really dehydrated before.
Yeah.
And like I felt that like kidney pain.
right.
And this is exactly what it is. It's my lower right side of my back, almost like a shank.
So what I would do is, like, we have to talk about like this huge prison, and we haven't hardly been in a lot.
Call out.
Yeah, call out. Go ahead. Like, what do you want to call out?
Where are you? Let me hear your voice if you're the one that's attacking us. Also, she said, look up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm wondering.
Tapping. You've been hearing that all night.
Okay, what I was trying to say though is like this huge prison, and
I'm very happy.
I don't know about that. You know what I mean? This is definitely, I think, not human, like she said.
No.
I think it's maybe what you said. Maybe.
It seems like a woman presence that targets men.
Yeah.
Fresh, we're fresh meat.
Yeah. I think she even said that. Like you're fresh meat. I think that's what Heather said during the interview.
It's definitely hotter in here too. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
My back hurts. But what I'm trying to say really quickly is like this huge prison, you know, what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And it's like this one area. It's like they all came here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have so much activity and so much direct contact with these spirits. But I would agree that I think it's a female. But how do you say it's a female when it's not human?
Well, I could take the
form
of a female.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because it's taking the form of all these women's names, which may be people's wives. So it's gaining their trust, even in the spirit world.
What? We did something here.
We live on here.
We live on here.
It's almost like a non-human trying to talk. We live on here.
Like feed on this? Like feed on here? You think we're gonna?
I think we should move on because I'm actually my
let's
back
do it.
is like really weird.
I mean, this has been like really actually an incredible series.
I know. Oh, the one right behind me. The one right behind me. That. F that.
Dude, you're feeling back.
Yes. That's the first time that's gone off in a long time, too.
Well, I think...
Oh! No, he's behind me! He's behind me! Shut the f*** up! Yo, f*** this. I want to get the f*** out of here.
Oh, man, I am totally charged, man.
Group? Yo, I want to actually get out of here, man.
This is the shower where the figure was. This is where I fell and hit on that corner by the bench. There's so many pieces of this that make sense.
Dude, I want to get out of here.
Should we,
I'm like legit,
what do you want to...
That is insane. Right behind me, and I back up, and it's right behind me again. Yes, I am a little bit fucking scared, and my back is like killing me, dude.
Okay, I think we should kind of like, let's move out of this room, okay? Because we're both, I'm sick, my stomach, your back, my back hurts too.
But it's like, it's so weird. It's like she actually said kidney pain. It's like my lower back, like my actual organ is like fucking like Carol and Nell.
There's 2 more women. That's insane. I mean, it's like so
what
many
is
women.
that?
Like 10, 12, 15 women.
Probably 20, 25 now.
Because we haven't been actually, they just keep coming.
Oh, do you feel that cold?
I did actually feel some cool on my arm.
It was like a breeze just came in.
Yeah, I think
okay,
we should
let's fucking get out of here. Okay, yeah.
Okay, talk to people here, bud.
Okay, so we're gonna, originally, we were gonna come down here just for a little bit, and then we didn't think much would happen, if we're gonna be honest.
Yeah, no.
And then we were gonna go up and do 3 more places, but we're kind of running out of time. It's already almost 2 a.m.
Phone, do you?
Yeah, they're right there.
Oh shit. That's how freaking mixed up I am right now.
I know.
This is like, this room is crazy.
It's so weird. But we're gonna head up to the death tower and use our new device and try to talk to the ghost of the guy who started the riot before ending with an Estes session in the maximum security, face to face with this woman thing.
Like a voice?
Before we go, let's just walk down here.
Okay, this is the area of the portal. It's just really blurry here.
The static will pick that up.
That's crazy. It's so active in that room right there. Sit in that chair and see. Oh, Tom. Look at that. Should we try this? I have a hard time breathing.
If you hear my voice, can you whistle back to us?
We're going to be leaving this area. Can you really let us know you're in here? Whatever spirits like to dwell in the tunnel, let us know before we go that you're here. We just want to recognize you, that you're here.
That was a spirit talker, I think. I think that was a spirit talker. But
that was weird.
Can you go, yeah!
It's like something's coming. What the fuck? It's like a pulse. A pulse. Oh my god, I'm getting a little bit. Dude, I'm kind of getting freaked out. Dude, this is the sign. I asked him if they're here. What the hell? What the fuck is that? Dude, it's like people are walking. Or having a loud conversation. No, I think it's like if you're in an apartment above you and people are muffled walking. That's insane out there. Like, shit's happening in that room. Look, I don't hear it anymore, but the cell block.
God damn, this is freaky, man.
Dude.
That was me.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Dude, I gotta get out of this tunnel.
Jeff, I think you should sit in the chair.
Okay, I'm gonna sit.
Vlog it, vlog it.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Okay. My right and left feeling is doctor. Just kidding. What's that? Is that a door? This place is crazy. Can you give me a shock in this chair or something to let me know that you want me out of here? God, I'm just sick to my stomach, man. You feel that air? Dude.
God, this basement is like really intense. Well,
okay.
It's already.
We're gonna have to roll.
Thank you to whoever's down here.
Wow, that was really insane.
Whatever that thumping was is trippy.
You gotta like crank the volume up on that when you listen back on that.
Oh yeah.
That was a constant.
So whatever energy was down in the shower area, first of all, definitely did not seem like a human energy to me. I mean, it was extremely powerful. It knew how to play mind tricks on Jeff and I, and it was, I don't know, it was in us. I mean, everything that it was doing, it was so intelligent. It was so kind of dark seeming with its responses, and it wanted to present itself as a woman, which brings up an interesting possibility. Was this an actual woman's spirit, or was this an inhuman energy that was pretending to be a woman? Now, in the time that this prison was active, I'm assuming that there were prisoners of all different religions and faiths that were there. And who knows? I mean, it's a known thing that people who practice the occult are often in prison, and when they're in prison, they still practice the occult. So did someone unwillingly or unwittingly do some sort of a ritual or ceremony and bring this energy into the prison? Or was it some sort of a thought form that was created after years and years of negativity, of violence, of sadness and pain? I don't really know, but it definitely seemed like it wanted us to believe that it was a woman to try gain our trust, and then it wanted to hurt us. It pushed Jeff, it scared the shit out of us. It sounded like a woman's voice was heard echoing through the hallway. But regardless, we knew that we had to keep pressing on in the investigation.
All right, so we packed up all of our stuff. We're gonna leave all of our shit here in this cell block, and we're headed up right now to the Death Tower. Now, if you'll remember, this is where the two leaders of the riot died. One of them ended up killing the other on accident, supposedly, and then took his own life. And this is, nicknamed the Death Tower. Their bodies were kicked from the top of the stairs all the way down to the bottom. They were gruesomely disfigured in the process. So it's a blood-stained building, tons of history. We haven't even been up there yet, so we got something new to try out tonight too. I'm
Dual port.
excited. Let's do it, man.
Let's go, man.
To the death tower we go. Ready to climb 4 flights of stairs?
Well, not really.
Me neither.
We'll take the elevator.
I wish. Yeah, this is where their bodies were, right here.
Yep.
Holy shit. Jesus. Holy.
It's called a dual port. So I get it right here for everybody. But they work off of basically a spirit box.
A radio. Just a regular radio.
So anyway.
So, this is one of our new devices. The dual port. This is the Geo box, the Geo port. And like Jeff was just explaining, it's basically a modified spirit box that cuts out all of the frequencies, so all you're hearing are the voices and responses, and it takes some time to kind of refine how you operate this thing. But we're up now in the death tower, and we're going to try and talk to the people who started the riot, the officers who were up here trapped, or even the female evil inhuman spirit. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm hotter than hell.
All right, let's crank this thing up.
Oh, over here. Can you tell us your name? Who's with us?
3:30. Yeah. Were you a part of the riot?
Fire.
Sure. Can you say the word riot for us if you were a part of that?
Kind of close.
Riot. Did you kill somebody?
For sure.
Is there an evil female presence here at the prison?
Can you say a woman's name?
Sarah. Are you a human?
Colin, I thought I heard. Can you say our name clearly? One of our names?
I got cold on my face. What do you want from us? Demon.
Are you evil? Wow. Might be a response.
Do you like hurting people?
Yeah.
So you're not a human then?
It's like a lot of conversations.
Who was the person who died in this room?
It's a lot of. It's the same voice. Do you want us to go? Do you want us to stay or go? It seemed like Satan. I don't know if you can pick this up on editing. Oh, shut up. Did you just kill my light? Dude, do you have another light? Oh, damn it. Ooh. Jeez, I'm getting like my hairs again.
We only have one light.
Yeah.
This thing seems like it's really angry.
Yeah.
It's really hot and uncomfortable up here, and I think it's time to do the Estes.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Can you say goodbye to us?
I already did, or I did, or I don't know. Okay.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you say goodbye? See ya.
So after going up to the Death Tower, which was interesting, we really didn't get too much. It definitely felt heavy. We wanted to explore just what this evil darkness of this prison was. And to get those answers, we wanted to head to one of the more interesting spots on the premises. Oh, there goes our light. It just died right now.
Shoot.
Ironically enough, we wanted to head to the maximum security wing, or the area where the worst of the worst were held and they were punished. And that's where we were going to do the Estes. And this is also interesting because this is the area where women were held at one point. So if it was a human female energy that was talking to us, this is where she would call home. All right. If there's anybody in here in the maximum security wing, the old women's wing, we're just here to talk to you. I think there's a dangerous woman whose spirit or inhuman spirit is haunting this complex, and we want to talk to you. My name's Colin.
I'm Jeff.
If you're in here, could you give us some sort of a sign? Maybe move a door, knock on something? Too quiet.
Really still. Calm before the storm.
Those torture cells down here.
Yeah. These were the cages built, right?
Yep.
This is it.
Were these doors open like that earlier?
Yeah, she opened. Remember they were squeaky? Oh, they had that bad sound.
If you're down here, follow us. Follow our voices. We're not afraid of you. Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's video. Hello to all the new subscribers, and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful, spooky family. As you know, every single week here on the channel, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. And this week, to enter the contest, all you have to do is like today's video. Let's smash that like button and comment, "Let's go to prison," in the comments section below. I'm gonna give you all 10 seconds to do this now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go comment. You can comment multiple times. It helps the video so much. But anyways, let's get back to today's video. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. I love you guys so much, and stay spooky. You guys have seen the Estes method 1,000 times, and everybody on our channel loves it. We love it too. Everybody here that works with the prison loves it. So basically what we do is put on noise canceling headphones, put a blindfold on, and Jeff is gonna ask, there you go, she likes it. Jeff's gonna ask questions.
It's like a, what is it? Like a telegraph, like.
Yeah, right.
Morse code, yeah.
Yeah, I want to try to figure out who this woman is that's been haunting us this whole night, who takes on the form of other women or wives. So good luck, man. If anything happens, be sure to scream really loud.
Well,
even though I won't be able to
I'm gonna
hear you.
get yanked out of the room here. You won't even know it.
Please no.
What's your name? Who's here with me? If you want to play with these lights in front of me, go ahead and do it while we're doing this, but tell me your name. Or are you human or not?
Not.
Okay, there you go. So you're not human. Are you trapped
I
here?
was here for a while.
Okay. So you were here in this room for a while. Okay. Are you dead? Do you realize that you're dead? Yes or no?
The fruit. You'll die.
It's like
Morse code. Now I've gotcha.
Okay. Do you like men or women? Who do you dislike, I should say, men or women? There's just a noise out there. Who do you dislike, I should say, men or women? Who do you dislike, I should say, men or women? Are you good or evil?
Husbands.
Were you married? Were you married multiple times or just once?
I'm hungry.
What are you hungry for?
Sweat.
You like to see people sweat, make them sweat? Do you like to make people feel afraid?
Sometimes.
Okay. Would you say
Look behind you.
Back here.
Sing for me.
What song do you want me to sing? What kind of song do you want me to sing?
Your favorite.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to sing for you, but what else could I do for you?
I feel like my energy is getting sucked. I'm sitting here. I just got drained.
Okay, I'm not going to sing for you, but can I do something else?
Come on.
No, I'm not going to. But what else could I do for you to make you happy? Tell me something else you'd want me to do for you.
Give me it.
Okay, what would I give you?
Cry tears.
So crying tears, give you my crying tears would make you happy? Why would that make you happy? What makes you happy?
Woman's voice. Suffering.
Suffering makes you happy. I have a feeling like you like to make
Tacos.
You said you were hungry earlier. Do you live in the prison?
See you in your...
Would you say that you're an evil spirit? Or a good spirit?
No.
Okay. Then what kind of spirit are you? If you're not evil, what kind of spirit? Are you lost? Are you good? Are you deceptive? How would you characterize?
Just appeared.
Just appeared.
Trust me.
Are you lonely here?
No.
So there's other spirits here.
So many.
You're right. Okay. There it seems like it.
Bill,
Okay.
Harvey, Bill, and Harvey.
Are those boyfriends, husbands, brothers? Who were they to you, Bill and Harvey?
I ate it all.
You were hungry, and I think you're talking about the tacos. But who were Bill and Harvey to you? Were they husbands? Well, you did say husbands before, but tell me again. Who are Bill and Harvey to you?
Snacks.
Okay. You might be this evil female energy that likes
You
to...
know who I am.
Yeah, okay. I think that's who we're dealing with. I think he pushed me against that wall in the shower. So, what makes you happy, really? I know it's not tacos.
Suffering.
Again. Okay, answered the exact same way. Suffering when I asked you that the first time.
That's what I... something. Creepy.
So who... I feel like you like to see other people suffer is really what you like about suffering.
I participate. You're up.
So you participate in making people suffer and...
3 men.
Okay.
Today.
Yeah. And I'm one of them, it looks like.
Ooh, cell 432. Cell 432.
Interesting.
That would be.
Wow. 432. 432. Do you like it here? Do you like to be in this prison? It sounds like you like to make people...
Better than something.
Okay.
Before.
Okay. Again, are you a human spirit from the... Are you an inhuman spirit? Can you just tell us who you are? I mean, no one cares.
You know.
Okay. I do think you're an inhuman spirit taking on a female persona.
Just wait.
You're masquerading under several women's names and you like to prey on men. That's what I'm kind of getting out of this. Does that sound right? Since you keep saying I know, does that sound about the right story?
I'm innocent.
Okay.
Help me. I'm innocent. Help me.
Okay, so then I don't know if we might be talking to a different person. If we are talking to a different person,
Never know.
yeah, I don't think we are.
That's creepy. Never
This thing's
know.
going off again here. Yeah,
Listen to me.
I am. What do you want us to do with you in the end here? I mean, what would make you suffering? You made us sick, dizzy.
Blood.
Okay. You're not going to get any of our blood. No.
Maybe.
No. You have to stay.
I will.
No. You have to stay here, actually. You realize that, right?
How old are you?
I'm 62. How old do you think I am? Okay, it looks like you're here.
Tom Petty.
Oh, I was going to ask you to sing a song if you wanted me to sing Tom Petty. What about Tom Petty that you know about with me? Why would you say Tom Petty? What's the relevance of Tom Petty as it relates to me? Come on, you can say it. Tell us what the relevance...
Writing. Let me come home.
Okay, you can't come home with us. Where would home be to you? Where is home for you?
You know.
Well, I think you're confined to this prison. So, you like to have people suffer.
Bad energy.
Here, yeah. You know, I know. You're right. What do you want people to know about you? What's one or two things that we should know about you? Let me know. What's one or two things that...
Dates.
Okay. Tell me a couple things you want people to know about you.
Blonde.
Okay. So you had blonde hair, at least if you're human, which I don't think you are. What would be another thing?
Good. I'll eat you.
I was just gonna say, I think you like blonde men. There's some noises out in the hall here. Blonde men. There's some noises out in the hall here. Blonde men. There's some noises out in the hall here. So, do you like...
It's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I was told you like younger men. Can you tell me about that?
Fresh.
There you go. You said fresh meat.
Onions.
It sounds like you're cooking up a dish. Fresh meat with onions. Tasty, it sounds like.
I miss coffee.
Yeah, I think that's a little snicker, like, you probably haven't ever had coffee.
You're funny.
That's because I probably kind of know who you are, like you keep saying. Well, yeah, I think so. Why hide it? Just tell me who you are. Doesn't matter. Just let us know. Everybody know. Who are you? Tell us what you are.
Abraham Lincoln.
You're Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, that's pretty funny. How about just being honest? Just tell us who you are. Like, are you evil?
Give me children.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound like a good thing. Are you getting irritated with the questions?
I feel like whatever this is making my like head like so like itchy, and I'm just really uncomfortable.
I think you like blonde hair, so I think, are you playing with Colin's hair?
Long.
Did you say long? Long hair?
Turn down the...
We're going to be done pretty soon. This is your only time we won't be back here to tell us what you want.
Ribs.
Okay. This is your time to let people know who you really are, because we're leaving anyway. Are you from...
I heard a like woman's voice.
Yeah. So are you from another planet? Are you from another dimension? Are you from heaven? Are you from hell? Boy, you're really getting tired.
Dude.
Yeah.
I feel like all my energy just got completely sucked out of me.
Oh, shoot, man. I think you're dealing with that same energy.
Oh my God.
You know?
like about to fall asleep.
Well, why don't we get packed up? Let's get you out of here.
Did any of that make sense?
Yeah, I think yeah, you'll have to just go back and listen to it. You had a couple, you answered twice when I said, what do you like the most? And you said both times suffering. Both times. I asked you the same question.
Interesting.
Right?
That's really
Blonde, like I said, what do you like? Blonde, like you and your blonde hair, and she's messing with your head. Yeah, there's several things. But I think in the end, dealing with not a human, I keep asking you, and you'd say, you know. You go, yeah, I know you're not human.
That's crazy. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Okay, well, why don't we go? Want to end it? Okay, but we'll just close it up. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up later, but
yeah.
I honestly feel like
okay.
I'm gonna fall.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, the Montana State Prison is definitely haunted. I just don't know by what. There was just so much energy, so much activity that entire night. It was honestly shocking to experience all of that. I mean, we had everything from massive REM pod spikes and EMF energy to vocalizations to loud thumps and knocks and extremely intelligent spirit talker and other, IT-based equipment responses. It was just nuts, and it just led me once again to believe that whatever was there was not good. It's not a happy spirit, and it never is in prisons, because in reality, what happiness is found in a prison? I mean, a place like that is just coated with murder and essentially drenched in blood. So, but I think we were able to figure out that there is this woman-like, inhuman energy that haunts those hallways that wants to hurt people, it wants to be dark, and it is. But thanks for watching. This is our first investigation in Montana. And unbelievably, it only got darker and worse from here. So, yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. As always, it's Colin here, and catch you next week. Stay spooky.